Hey yo. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Move that real quick. Let me get set up to review these war fights. Okay. El Mayembe, hola. Hey, man. Slash not man. Welcome. What's up? Yeah, just for a bit. I'm only here as somebody said there was fries. Who said there was fries? Did I say that? You're gonna have to leave because there's no fries. Let's see if I can figure this scene out. Your big brother sent us here all the time. I appreciate KT. He's far more generous than he needs to be, which is awesome. Alright, let's go with this window. This should work. But welcome. Do we get dip as well? Who has fries and dip? I'm confused. What is happening? Do a war defense breakdown? I highly recommend. I know Taters has some good videos. I think MP Blaze does like a defense breakdown. But yeah, it's definitely something that's interesting to take a look at. Personally, I don't do our... Yeah, Tater used to do those. Yeah, 100%. I don't have a hand in our defense currently, so... Alright. Yeah, I think Taters is actually taking a break from the game. Ink, dude, welcome. Someone should? Yeah, someone should. Alright. Let's see if I can get this on screen in a good way. I think this is my first fight, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's tight. Okay, that's not bad. Can I get the quality up, maybe? Yes, I can, JJ. Let me know how that is. But welcome, Ink. Let me know if that's okay, JJ. Music kind of loud. But, okay. So, chili fries. Chili fries sounds super good, I'm not gonna lie. We just had, like, leftovers, but they were really good. It was like, Asian stir fry, kind of like a vegetarian stir fry. I know it doesn't sound that great, but it was pretty good. And then I made blood orange daiquiris, which were pretty lit, if I say so myself. Sounds alright to you? Okay. Yeah, just let me know. I'm going to dive into these war fights, so I don't want the music to be super loud. I don't know how loud this is going to be either. But okay, first fight, we're up against Perfect. Also good. Chill Wars. Chill fries. So just like cold fries. That sounds gross, man. But welcome, Harry. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so this was a tough war. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the other videos that have been put out by KT, MP, some of the other people. Yeah, so basically the situation was we win, we're top 3, top 2, honestly. We hold on to second place. We lose, we drop out of the top 3. And we lost. I only had 3 fights this war, so this breakdown won't take too long. But just wanted to take a look at my fights and then just kind of discuss the season as a whole, discuss how things went, and keep it moving. But let's see. Get your cardigan on. Yeah, cardigans are great if you've got chill fries. Chili fries are dope. Poutine, yeah, poutine's really good. People ask, you have to get back to work. Okay, man. Appreciate you stopping by, even just briefly. Always welcome. Feel free to stop by anytime that I'm streaming. But okay, Kat, you ready to review these war fights? Yep. Okay, cool. Kat's on board. And we'll dive into this fight. So this is section 1. We have path 7. So it's kinetic transference for the first fight, which is this MODOK here. I'm taking it with Mole Man. We're just going to play it straight through once, and then we'll break it down. So let's play this straight through, hopefully. And let me know if you guys can't see the... Yeah, I think it looks fine. I made chili tonight for later in the week. Going to be hounding you with all the pics of them chips. Okay, well, that's kind of rude, but I also do want to still see the pics of the chili fries. That was kind of loud. Let's turn that down. So yeah, let's just watch this fight through, and then we will move it on to a more detailed breakdown. Yeah, this fight, if I remember off the top of my head, went pretty well. I think I did a couple things slightly inefficiently. King Dragon, dude, I appreciate that. I don't feel that it was the best season, and we'll talk about it a little bit after these fights break down, but I appreciate that. Really fun being in a battle group together after kind of sharing that Force background. Shame that it ended the way it did, but you know, honestly, top 5 in the world, you can't complain too much. And yeah, had an absolute blast and learned a lot. So. Okay, so first fight, just off the bat, 96% health left, right? Went pretty well, but let's take a look at it a little bit closer and see what we could have done a little bit better, because there were definitely some inefficiencies, some mistakes here that could come back to bite you a little bit. Okay, so step 1, just taking a look at the boost, Power Start 1, where you played before. So about, yeah, I'm salty. MIBR playstyle of SM4 Loki, we beat both of them. Yeah, 100%. For Loki, I mean, I get we only beat them once, but we beat Made in Brazil twice, and they're ahead of us, which is kind of frustrating, but whatever. Inc. before this, so immediately before jumping up to Noon, I was at SGA for a season, but before that, I spent about, I don't know, 4 seasons in an alliance called Force, and before that, I mean, I was a silver and gold alliance player, and I feel like every season I've tried to get a little bit better and keep pushing. So Force, a lot of great dudes. I'd go to bat for them any day, but decided to move up and try to compete and get some experience at the Masters tier, tier 1, and then Noon, obviously, now. Although after that season, we'll see. Wife said there was a prize, so I'm here. Okay, where did people get this idea that I was passing out prizes? Like, did JJ start this? I'm confused. But welcome. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, so let's take a look at this fight. The basic goal is to cycle SP2s here. I'm gonna mute it actually and just kind of go through. So let's skip ahead a little bit through the loading. So my goal here was to parry heavy, and then go into my SP2 rotation as soon as possible. So you'll notice something here that I'm not sure. Maybe someone can explain this to me. So this is a kinetic. You want to hear the cult story too? Yeah. Okay. Well, we can talk about me maybe have been in a cult in a little bit. So I maxed Petrify and Pacify, but my understanding is that they don't affect kinetic transference because kinetic transference happens before the parry triggers. But you'll see here. Just watch what happens on this first parry. So, if anyone wants to break down for me, maybe I'm wrong and Petrify and Pacify are even better than I thought they were, but I see 0 power there. So, that's interesting, to say the least. Okay, so parry heavy. We're going to go for it again. That time it does trigger, so I'm not sure what the situation was. Maybe kinetic transference just wasn't on because I parried so early in the fight. I do not know how that works. Parry heavy again, and I want to keep my true accuracy up here, so I'm going to trigger Frenzy here in a moment. So there, I trigger it. Now, I should have just kind of like gone for heavies here, probably another parry heavy here soon after, so that I could cycle my SP2s still in Frenzy. You'll see Frenzy's going to fall off as I wait to bait out a special. So I'm waiting here, he finally throws it. I'm already down to 4 on my Frenzy charges. By the time I get up to SP2, I'm at 3. Game bug that, yeah, it should have triggered the first time. That's what I thought. So here I'm in a kind of interesting spot. So I'm out of Frenzy. He's basically dead though, tons of damage, boosted this big. And so SP2 decks on MODOK, generally I have a lot more experience dexing the SP1, but I didn't want to give him too much kinetic transference and getting stuck in a weird loop. So I do go for the dex here. I think it's probably ill-advised, but went for it. And then we're going to just try to get back up to Frenzy territory, bait out a special, and then throw off this SP2. So relatively straightforward, just slightly inefficient. Once we got into Frenzy, we could have parry heavied one more time so that we were in Frenzy and could just cycle back-to-back SP2s. But all things considered, pretty straightforward fight, and pretty clean, 96% health. I had one fight with each of my champions this war, which was pretty interesting. So let's take a look at the second fight, which is Human Torch Nova Flame versus Mephisto on Vivified. Again, pretty straightforward fight. I'm boosted pretty large, and by pretty large I mean the biggest boost that I had, and Nova Flame, Petrify, Pacify, and just going to try to only hit him when he's parried and just nuke him down, and that's pretty much how it goes. It's pretty straightforward. King Dragon saying, funny thing, I boosted the highest possible for every single fight this season and died more than any season where I didn't. Yeah, I mean, you took some really hard fights, man, and I don't know. I think this is your first season really playing Kitty, right? What percentage of your deaths were, like, Kitty deaths? Because I feel like... slash Kitty and Tiger, because I'm sure you didn't get a ton of use out of them, like, before that either. But, yeah, let's just watch this fight through. This one, there's not that much to talk about. It goes pretty much perfectly. I've taken this fight quite a bit this season with different defenders on it, and the strategy is always kind of the same. Just one note here, just a minor thing. I'm not dexing just to limit Mystic Dispersion. Taking it on the parry, like trying to parry specials for the most part, and I mean, just a really fast fight. Looks like it's going to be basically 25 seconds. Emotional damage has entered the chat. Dude, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, emotional damage, I think, a little bit for all of us after that season ender. But, you know, we won as a team and we lost as a team. There were plenty of wars where my deaths were the difference, or my death was the distance. I missed Torch and War. RTR always still bans him. Yeah, I mean, 25-second fights are very nice and very fun. I hope that they unban him soon. First season playing Kitty and Tiger, only death that wasn't them was APOC against Skrull. I mean, I saw that fight. That fight was terrible, like, to try to keep track of everything. But yeah, very simple fight. I'm not gonna break it down really any more than that. Emotional damage, yeah. I love that meme. It's so funny. But yeah, again, the only real note here is that if you're playing a Mystic on this node, you want to limit their power even more by trying not to dex their specials if at all possible. I think I took a Tiger here once, and kind of same thing. You don't want to dex too much, don't want to give them too much power. But Mephisto here, Nova Torch, not really a problem. Oops, made that real big. Okay. And then final fight of the war. We've taken this path before. White Mags, I think, very slept on in terms of war attackers. Yeah, JMC did put it in his war video. It was, he put 2 of my favorite memes in his war video. But basic strategy here. So one note that, I mean, the season's over, so I don't feel as like hesitant to share this, but CGR and magnetism really mess with this global. So basically what I discovered in a duel prepping for CGR on this lane is that if you hit him, you know how he triggers his personal armor up, but with magnetism he can trigger the armor up but not trigger the judgment. And so then what will happen is that he can keep triggering armor on every hit because the judgment hasn't triggered, and you can end up in a situation where you never know which hit is going to trigger Unstoppable because he can just keep stacking armors. It's a very weird interaction, and I discovered it dueling and preparing for this path. So basically, but at that point it was too late, and I think it was the war against 4 Loki. And so what I decided to do, again, max Petrify, max Pacify, basically only hit him when he's stunned and magnetized. But if you can, you want to trigger the personal armor up before he gets magnetized. So immediately parry and hit him once, back off, and that should trigger the judgment as well. So this war, we actually pulled that off pretty effectively, so we'll watch it through. But yeah, White Mags, just really underrated on offense. His special 2 hits incredibly hard for this health pool size. I can die on an empty note. That's impressive, honestly. So yeah, you saw there. Let me rewind it 1 second. At the very start of the fight, we're going to parry, hit him once and back off. That could have triggered the Unstoppable, obviously, but that's why you back off immediately. Now he's magnetized, and I'm pretty much, I mean, I can hit him freely here, but I want to get my prowess up now since we've already triggered the armor judgment. Just looking at the timer as well for the global. That heavy was kind of a waste, but it's fine. Now we're going to just start comboing up to SP2, preferably when he's stunned. Magnetism is kind of just turning this guy off. And we're going to throw off an SP2, and this fight is going to pretty much be wrapped. We're going to get another SP2. Just watching out for the timer there, throw off another one, and he's dead. 60k on that. So, again, only 3 fights for me this war. Super easy overall. Yeah, seriously, if you guys aren't subbed to JMC, go sub to him. He's a good guy, and his videos are quite entertaining. If you enjoy self-deprecating humor, you'll love it. Wait until he is magnetized next time. Well, so Brian, I don't know if you... Welcome, first of all, welcome. Is that Beely, like Beely? I think it is, maybe? I don't know. Scrooge, yeah, it's definitely Beely, never mind. Yeah, so the reason that I played it that way... Welcome, dude, good to see you. The reason I played it that way, and we were discussing, I don't know if you were in here yet, but the reason that we ended up taking it that way is because of a very interesting bug that happens with magnetism and CGR that we discovered in the war against 4 Loki. And basically what can happen is if you don't do it that way, you can end up in a situation where every single one of your hits against CGR can trigger Unstoppable, and makes that fight really dangerous. So that's the reason to try to hit him and trigger the Unstoppable at the very start of the fight. At least trigger the armor. Obviously the Unstoppable didn't trigger in this case, but yeah, sick Tiger player. Yeah, 100%, dude. So many people in Noon have just really developed into awesome Tiger players this season, which is really cool to see. But yeah, three quick fights for me this war. All 3 fights that I'd taken before, and obviously we talked a little bit about the outcome already, but kind of choking the podium. I mean, no, we did not lose just because you suck with Tiger. lots of Tigra gameplay this season. Lots of people who kind of learning Tigra and Kitty this season. I do think we had a good amount of deaths from Tigra, or I don't think as many from Tigra, but we had a good amount of Kitty deaths across the board, I think. I know at least in RBG there were several. Yeah, high skill cap characters, but also very powerful. This war, obviously 6-4, just wasn't the result we wanted. Kitty learning, yeah. All of us could do to learn a little bit more about Kitty, right? But with that said, I just wanted to talk a little bit. Fake Chad, it wasn't a good season to be Chad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Kitty is the GOAT. Kitty's an amazing champion. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the other scene and get into the game, just because I don't want to get off my drive. But talk a little bit. I'm not trying to get kicked. Yeah. I mean, let's talk a little bit about the season. So we died 4 times on the season in wars 1 through 6. And then we died 0 times in wars 6 through 12. Really rough start to the season. Shout out to some of the guys in here. I mean, King Dragonite, JMC in particular, in my BG, and I mean, I was super in my head this season, especially early on. I was very unconfident and making a lot of mistakes. And 0 fights, no. 0 deaths, sorry. 0 fights, basically. But, yeah, so shout out to those guys for helping me to focus up. I also think my role shifted in the final wars. I think I was a lot more of a role player. I had a lot of pre-fights and had a lot of, yeah, I think the planners kind of dialed it back a little bit because, again, I just wasn't playing confident at the start of the season. But ended on a pretty positive note, at least personally. Yeah. JMC did have quite a few defensive kills. But yeah, so it kind of leaves us at a position where, like, if I look at our BG stats, yeah, one of the lower performers, and it's just not where you want to be, right? Especially in your first season in a new alliance. Yes, JMC, we know you've got great prestige, except now everybody's catching up because of 7.4 in Karina's. And now your SIG 200 man thing. Doom Surfer next to, yeah. I mean, both really, really good. Far from top. Yeah, Brian's Beely, you're about to get your 4th, right? I think you were saying. But yeah, I mean, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the season in the sense to say that, like, you know, seasons, like, this was a big transition season for me, and like I said, like, we talk about this on the stream, yeah, all the time. But, I mean, I've always personally struggled with something called imposter syndrome and just feeling like I don't really belong somewhere. And I definitely struggled with that early in the season. Triggered a rank 3. And so, like, again, when we find ourselves in a position like this where, like, you have a rough start to the season, and again, you have to count on your community, count on your teammates to kind of lift you up, and then you just have to focus up and try to improve every day, and that's kind of what we've been doing. Again, hopefully my role can expand and I can take on more responsibility and help my teammates out some more, but again, just try to contribute in any way you possibly can and learn from your mistakes, and that's kind of all you can do. And the season's over now. We're in the off season, so now it's time to learn and grow. But okay, let's catch up a little bit. Tech was the worst 3-4 gem I could have pulled. No good options that I care for. Didn't want to awaken and dump all my stones into Penny. Don't have Nimrod. Yeah, I mean, Tech's rough if you don't have Nimrod. I had Nimrod. Thankfully, I didn't pull the Tech gem, but he was going up anyway, so I would have just gone with Nimrod, or I guess maybe Warlock. But 90-1 Beely. Yeah, crazy impressive season, honestly. Yeah, really awesome stuff, man. Let's see. Save for Omega Sentinel. Yeah, I mean, I was just watching KT's video on one of our alliance mates, rank 4 Omega Sentinel, and she's pretty nuts. Yeah. Kitty, Tiger, Nimrod. Dude, that trio, again, if I had the catalyst, if I had pulled the gems, that probably would have been like kind of what I was looking at. But yeah, some of the coolest rank 3s. I think you said you were maybe thinking about Surfer next. I can't remember the other one you were looking at, but JMC, I cannot be a rank 4 Nimrod player because my Nimrod is officially going to be on defense. Twice in 3 seasons you've lost your perfect season on the last fight. Oof. Yeah, that's a terrible feeling. I generally tend to be worse at the start of the season versus the end of the season. In general, not just this season. So I usually lose my perfect season early and then don't die the rest of the season. So you never really have a perfect season to begin with. Surfer Doom, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Kitty, Tiger, Nimrod is a nutty team. That's a nutty team. But yeah. Let's just go take a peek. Might as well work on some content. Saloy, welcome to the stream. I'll do that in a second. Hope you're doing well. It's going well here. Just kind of talked a little bit about war, broke down some more fights, and now we're just kind of hanging out, chatting. I think I owe King Dragon a story about... You fought pretty well when you were... What are you saying? I was not drunk. I've never fought war drunk. That is not what I said. I said... Okay. Time out. I did not fight drunk. I fought on my birthday after having a couple drinks. I was not drunk. Okay? Relax. Trying to get me in trouble. But drunk? No. Confirmed not drunk. It's not true. It's a lie. But yeah, I owe King Dragonite, JMC, you can't fight sober. Yeah, see? Fact. But yeah, so we were chatting a little bit about dating because I think it was a couple weeks ago, King, you went on a date. Sand, Noon dropped the ball at the end there. What happened? Heard you were drunk. Okay, guys. Come on. This never happened. I never drunk fought in war. Slightly tipsy. You fought with confidence. I mean, yeah, I had confidence, but yeah, dating for 3 months. Yeah. So, and I don't want to throw your information. Drunk fighting. Okay, guys, this is out of control. You still ain't secured a chick. I don't know how. Chad's a stud. But I'm not going to try to dump any of your information out there, but we were essentially discussing how Jason and Jabari Gaming. Jay Will, welcome. Really good to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. Just in time to talk about cults and relationships. All the best things. We're not even really playing MCSC. We're just kind of chatting and hanging out. But yeah, so we're discussing dating, and to not throw too much information out there for you, King, that I don't know if you want to share or not. Basically, we were talking about very conservative upbringings, and so at that point, I kind of mentioned the fact that I had been... Beely, catch you later. Yeah, good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a good evening. That Jason. Yeah. We aren't BFGF after 3 months. Share whatever you want. Oh, okay. So, okay, cool. Basically, he was saying, like, she doesn't want to do anything physical till marriage. And that reminded me a lot of kind of how I was raised, and oh, you're Jason too. I didn't even know that, to be honest. But calling you out by your first name. And so essentially, I told King Dragon I'd talk about maybe being in a cult. So a cult is a little bit extreme. I was not raised in a cult. Maybe you guys will disagree. You don't know if they're weird in the first 3 months. Takes longer. Yeah, 100%. But so essentially, I grew up in a super, super conservative Christian household. And basically, that means, like, if you were a part of the church that we were part of, you weren't allowed to date. You weren't allowed to play competitive sports. You weren't allowed to wear any jewelry. Let's see what else. We'll talk about the marriage process a little bit, because that's where it gets pretty crazy. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, men weren't really supposed to have facial hair. You're supposed to be clean shaven. It's one of those churches where, like, in general, you're supposed to wear, like, a black suit, a white shirt, and a black tie. Trying to think what else stands out. They still, like, greet each other with the holy kiss. Why can't you wear jewelry with does that have to do with anything? I'm not, okay, guys, I'm not contending that any of these things are super reasonable, okay? Like, I don't think you're gonna find anything in the Bible about it. Yeah, I want to know why you can't do competitive sports. Yeah, so I can explain to you their reasoning behind it. Basically, their thought was that competition brings out the worst in people. Essentially, like, you'll cult confirmed. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, essentially that it brings out the worst in you, and that as you try to compete, like, you're going to sin more, I guess. Like when you cuss, like, it's gonna make you cuss out. Alright, let me check this message real quick. Which religion is that? Let me respond to this real quick. Someone's messaging. But yeah, essentially they thought that, like, yeah, you're playing against someone, they, like, foul you, you cuss them out, right? Like, you're sinning, and it's because of the sports, not because you're not able to control your behavior. Something like that. I don't know. Technically any group is a cult. I think driving and video games bring out the worst in people. I can at least understand that reasoning. Though I think a lot more good comes from it than bad. Yeah, 100%. How did you get free and start wearing caps and stuff? Yeah, caps. The big distinguishing characteristic of my life now. Yeah, I mean, to go back to your message, King, I totally agree. I think that anything can bring out the worst in people that involves competition. I don't 100% disagree with that, but yeah, there's a lot of good things that come from being a part of a team, and that's why I played competitive sports in high school, so I didn't really buy into that philosophy. Welcome, Balenci. When do the rewards drop? It depends, man. They might drop tonight. They might drop tomorrow. Like, that always takes a while, though. Yeah, 12-hour approximation is probably about right. Chase, welcome. We're ranked 1 in P1. I mean, I think you'll get a doc, dude. I hope you guys make masters. That's a sucky place to end. But yeah, I think you have a good shot at least one doc. But anyway, okay, so now to kind of talk about, this is the big one that makes me say maybe a cult, maybe not, but it's one of those churches where, like, the worst thing you can do is break a tradition. It's not like the worst thing you could do is, like, sin, right? Like, or lie, or, like, I don't know, like, gossip, or I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff. Adrian, who's in a cult? Everyone's in a cult, man. Humanity is a cult. No, we're talking a little bit about my upbringing. But yeah, basically the worst thing you could do was to behave in a way that was MCOC cult. Yeah, 100% we all are. Was to behave in a way that didn't line up with kind of like what everyone else was doing. So, like, lots of conformity, which is kind of a scary thing. And then the second thing that made me be like, maybe a cult, is the marriage process. So brace yourselves for this doozy. We'll just do it in story format. Let's do a hypothetical where King is a part of our church and so is his. Well, they wouldn't be dating because dating's illegal, but let's say that King met this girl in the church and he's like, she seems pretty cool, I want to get to know her. Well, skip getting to know her. You should go straight for, I think I want to marry her, okay? And so what you're going to do is you're going to pray about it for a couple months and be like, yeah, definitely want to marry her. Then you're going to reach out to the minister at your church and you're going to say, hey, I've been praying about it. God definitely wants me to marry this person. And then the minister is like, cool, glad that God told you that. Let me go ask her if she's down to get married. So then the minister goes to her and is like, hey, y'all want to get married? And she's like, let me pray about it for like a couple months. And then she's like, yo, God's telling me that we should definitely get married. And then they're engaged. Yeah, that's the whole, yeah, and then they get married like 4 months later. And you can't marry anyone from outside the church. They have to become a part of the church first. So if you, let's say you met a nice girl or guy outside the church and, well, they're just not an option, sorry. Yeah, minister is a wingman. Yeah, minister, wingman confirmed. It depends. So, King, good question. How many people are in the church? So it's a church that's kind of spread across the country. So there's churches, JMC. Take a educated guess at whether they're okay with gay people. Just take an educated guess. Something witness. Yeah, I mean, we witnessed some things, that's for sure. But so the church has a bunch of churches kind of across the country, mostly in the Midwest though. There's probably like, I don't know, 20,000 people in the entire like denomination, if you will, but like your average church and the average, like let's just call it the average like marriage pool, which is a terrible thing to say, marriage pool, ew. The average marriage pool is probably like 1,000 people, something like that. I think you're saying Jehovah's Witnesses. No, I did not meet my wife this way. So when I was, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Must be so many unhappy people stuck with the wrong people. Yeah, I mean, that's it, yeah. Yeah, I saw lots of marriages. Well, here's the other problem with the whole system is that like divorce is just absolutely not a thing. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not advocating for divorce, and I think when you get married to someone you should absolutely not get divorced, but just the fact that like you basically like divorce was one of the worst things you could do means that like a lot of people stayed in relationships that probably would have ended in divorce, and then the church is like, no one ever gets divorced, like we have the best system in the world, like 100% marriage rate, back-to-back champs. Like I'm eavesdropping. Yeah, you're eavesdropping.
Coming in.
So like all those things combined just make it, I think, a very risky place to form relationships. And again, that whole like thing where like the worst thing you could do is do something outside of that standard is like what makes it feel kind of culty to me. But yeah, so when I was in like basically in high school and college, I basically decided like that I wasn't going to join the church like officially, like become a member of it. And so I kind of went off to college, did my own thing, and kind of culty. I mean, un poco culty.
I'm blowing this out. It smells really strong.
Okay. It
It
sounds unsettling. I mean, yeah. I mean, not to go into it too much, but I definitely have some like back-to-back marriage rate champs. Yeah, basically. Also welcome.
Are you welcoming me?
No.
LOL, yeah, no, this is not how we met.
No, not how we met. Yo, welcome, Sean. Congrats on number 2. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, were you showing me? Sorry.
Oh, kind of.
It's Venom.
But yeah, I mean, again, one of the main problems with it to me is like, and the reason that really turned Hello Miss Infamous from J. Will.
Hi.
Also from King. Congrats on a first season up top. Yeah, I mean, it was a big learning experience for me for sure.
I feel like they would appreciate the lamps that I just got.
I don't.
But that means I have to get up again to get them, so it's okay.
It's
Sorry.
okay. I don't think they want.
Topic.
They may or may not want to see the lamps that you got. I do not know. But yeah, I mean, you're saying good thing that you got out and did what makes you happy, man. Yeah, I mean, I think even more so than just making yourself happy. Like, I think happiness is important, but I just think it's inherently don't care about lamps. Roasted.
Fair. Understandable.
JJ, on the other hand, saying, show me the lamp, please.
See?
So, kind of mixed reviews. But more so than being happy, like, I think what's important is just the fact that you get to know lamps are riot. Welcome, PWF.
Okay, give me like 2 seconds.
Adrian wants to see the lamps as well. Oh my gosh. You guys. James's saying what most of us are thinking. Jeez. Yeah, JMC has no filter. But what type of... I mean, it's just called a Christian church. Like, it didn't have, like, a particular denomination. But, again, sorry, what I was saying is that more so than just making yourself happy, I think it's really important and, like, really important to know the person that you're going to be in a relationship with before...
No, actual lamps.
It's really important to know the person that you're going to be in a relationship with and get to know them, get to know how your personalities interact, especially if you plan on having kids ever, because...
For
like
sure.
Your relationship is going to have a huge impact on them.
Well, I think too, like, so I don't know if you mentioned the fact that, like, yeah, your family is still very much. Oh, it's your van. I feel like I always want to go this way, but it's the opposite. Like, your family is still actively involved, and, like, even coming from a perspective, like, no, that's not how we met. Like, I actually had no knowledge of the denomination, like, before we, like, even met. I had never heard of it. But yeah, they're still actively involved in, like, Christian cult. But I would say, like, there's still a group of very, like, loving people. Like, I never, especially, like, me coming into it, knowing it was a smaller,
oh,
like...
Yeah. Did I mention we're all white? Did I mention we're all white?
I was very concerned and apprehensive, but truly I have felt nothing but, like, loved and cared for. And so even though it's not something that we have chosen to, like, continue doing, and even the fact that, yeah, we are not a part of that specific church, but we still are very close with family and people that are, and again, they're kind, like, caring people. It's just not something, for many reasons. Yeah, I think Josh mentioned quite a few why we've chosen not to live our lives with that.
JMC saying all white
didn't that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
But yeah, so again, even though it's something that we have chosen not to live our lives, you know, at least as members of this church, like, we still have gone to several different ones that is family still involved in, and yeah, they're again really, really great people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation, but again, I would say that, like, you have to do what you think is right, even if your family. Don't worry, Miss Infamous. I do that all the time with my camera. So this is Macy. We'll do a name drop, name reveal.
Sorry,
I like Mrs. Infamous is cool too, though.
Crusty today. I keep saying that.
Was this back in Germany and the U.S.? No, this was in the U.S. So I moved to Germany when I was in, like, 2nd grade. So we were a part of the church before moving to Germany.
Although there are sectors of the church in Germany, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, like, in high school, I was, like, still going to church with my family, obviously. Okay, so let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Jay just says, where to lamp?
Oh, I'll go get them.
Guess we're
so
getting...
I don't know if you guys knew this. I don't know how much you've shared about, like, our personal lives or me.
Not that much.
Okay. But I just actually opened up a brick and mortar location downtown where we live. So I run and own a vintage store. So I was out sourcing today. And then usually, yeah, when I'm actually able to be here, it's either from me being back from working the shop or from sourcing, but I got these lamps that I'm not gonna sell because I love them. But I will show you.
So guess we're showing lamp on stream. Okay. What you don't like is how churches in America are so different from churches here in England. Yeah, I'm interested to know. I think King said interested to see what you mean by that. Okay, so I love lamp. Yeah.
Sprinted.
American mindset is far more on the extreme side of things. I think American pickers, yeah.
Look, they're so cute. So there's 2 of them. The other one's upstairs. I already put it upstairs. But yeah, it's wooden, and then it's got a linen.
Isn't this just the best content you've ever seen?
It's so cute.
Lamp content. I only want to see my wife's lamps. Okay, dude. Okay.
Not just any lamps. They're vintage, true mid-century lamps.
JJ loves it. Okay.
Thank you, JJ. Thank you.
Adrian likes lamp. So, Adrian, to address that real quickly, I don't think that in general the American mindset is on the extreme side of things. I think part of that is a media representation, but on the other hand, I do think there are pretty large fundamentalist best lamp content on YouTube.
Can't beat one.
Yeah, this is going off the rails, guys. You start talking about cults and it goes off.
Well, no, start talking about lamps.
Yeah. What's your wife's ethnicity, if you don't mind, my friend? I mean, I don't mind. She can talk about it.
So I keep doing that. So technically, because I did the whole 23andMe, basic, my mom's black, my dad's white, but based on my 23andMe doing the DNA test, which I knew because I am close to both my parents and had an idea, but my dad is mainly Italian. I'm about 30% Italian, and then of the sub-Saharan side of my heritage, I'm mainly Nigerian. So usually when people ask, I just say, yeah, Nigerian and Italian, but
yeah. So I'm putting this in the chat, not so that you can go join this church, because I do not advocate for that, but if you want to see a little bit more about it, yeah. So it's not Scientology, because it's not Amish, Mennonite, or Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just kind of its own little smaller anti-Baptist church, and
anti-Baptist.
I mean that's just what it is. And essentially, yeah, you're going to that church ASAP. Yeah, good. 1, 2, 3 slam by Gooder Mouth is stuck in your head. Clickbait. Yeah, I'm baiting you all into my cult that I'm no longer a part of.
I wouldn't say it's a cult.
No, I think cult is extreme. I mean, it probably depends on who you ask. I know a lot of people that would describe it as...
It does depend on who. I would say, okay, the reason I would say, because I actually have done a lot of research on cults, and just human sociology, I would say that it's not a cult, only because I think a huge differentiating factor of a cult and a non-cult versus just a group of people who have common beliefs would be the fact that when you leave, you're not necessarily completely shunned or forgotten about. Yeah. So again, Josh is not a member. For the most part, almost everybody else in his family is. I am not a member. I've never been a member. And again, we're still very much welcomed and not looked down upon. It's not any extremes of cut off communication or, again, treating us any differently because we're not a part of it. So I would say it's not. But
this is why
the lead singer's half black and half white.
That's why it was stuck in your head. Okay, yeah, so it starts. Here's the story about my mom and dad. One was white, one was black.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's basically my life. That's my life in a sentence.
Yeah.
The beginning, at least, of my life in a sentence.
Yeah, cult is technically defined, King Dragonite with the dictionary definition.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Is just a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. Yeah, I mean,
well then,
technically...
I guess, right, yeah. Technically.
I guess when I say cult, yeah, so that's
I guess I mean the societal definition, a modern definition. Because, I guess you could argue almost any religion is a cult then. But,
yeah,
that's fair.
But, Adrian, I'm from UK, but not religious in any way, so I can't comment on what we do here. Only go to church for weddings, christenings, and funerals. Yeah, I mean,
think that's very
across the
common
board, that's pretty common in
general,
Europe in general. King D defending his cult. Yeah, King D is joining the church. I'm actually gonna unsend that because anyone who's interested has already taken a look at it, and I don't want to advocate for that.
No.
Yeah, you know the vernacular is that. Yeah. I figured you did.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, all that to say, I think it's it's a cult by the dictionary definition, but I wouldn't say that it's like an extreme cult in the sense that you're going to have, I mean, I have some, I won't say I have no lasting trauma from it, but like you can get out of it and you can be okay. And at the end of the day, like my family is pretty understanding about the whole situation.
Very, yeah, I would say that they very much.
And again, like it's changed a lot since like I was even a part of it. So
yeah.
So what's occurring with the dating? Are we talking about King now? Because again, like my wife and I dated, but that was because I was not a part of the church. In the church, they don't date at all.
I heard you talking about though someone saying that their girlfriend wanted to wait.
Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know. Again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have. I mean, that's a pretty personal decision. But yeah, he was just basically he's been on some dates. They've been dating for like 3 months, I think he said. Yeah, you love your church and the community there. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, yeah, we've been going to a Christian church, just non-denominational, which is kind of more of how I grew up. But yeah, I mean, can I share the heck that you
Share what?
Or just personal.
Well,
Personally, we like our decision of like, even though we dated, like was way more of like courtship. Like we had somewhat like we had talked about marriage before. It was no like we didn't start dating. We were like, okay, we have to get married now. Definitely was not like that by any means, but went into it very intentionally, and we definitely set up boundaries when it came to physical things. So yeah, I have nothing but respect. And we chose not to live together before we got married. I think personal choices.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of personal choices, and I don't want to like get too bogged down by that stuff. But I do want to like I would just say that like that's like King's saying like, yeah, she doesn't want to kiss until she's engaged. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. It's been tough for you to accept as I'm going to do it. Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to communicate about that. And you saying, I don't know if there are limits to feelings you can develop without the physical aspect. Was your first kiss on your wedding day? No.
Ours was not.
Sean, hold on one second. I'm trying to catch up on chat. Sean saying he grew up a Catholic, moved to Florida, and the first girl I asked out on a date surprised me by bringing to her church, full on speaking in tongues and faith healing. Yeah, that's an intense experience for sure.
That's kind of like the opposite end of the spectrum.
Soloy says, I'm back. Forgot I hadn't joined IQ. And it happens to the best of us, man. There were 2 religions. I grew up Catholic and Jewish. Very conservative compared to that. Yeah. I mean, sure. I think, like, growing up, for the most part, like, my childhood was spent in Germany, and there was, like, a lot of basically, you were Lutheran or Catholic, and so you essentially, again, it was much more of, like, a cultural experience than it was, like, a life-changing kind of thing. Like a lot of people just went to church, like you said, on holidays and stuff like that. I would say across the board, but all that to say, like to address that comment, King, that you're saying about there being a limit to the feelings you can develop without the physical aspect. I would maybe counterpose the fact that like most of the real bond in a relationship doesn't come from anything physical.
Yeah, it's
and that it's emotional. Primarily based on like shared values, goals, beliefs, and emotional connection. And so I would say that like again, we were friends for a year before we even thought about dating. Yeah. We dated for
2 years, and then we were engaged for a year. Yeah, and then we did long distance for 2 years of that time that we were together.
Yeah. And so there was, extended years that were like we didn't even have a chance to be around each other. So
no. I think we never lived together before we got married.
Again, I think it's different for like I think it's again a very personal thing that depends on you, depends on your partner, and
for sure.
You should just communicate about it and be honest about how you're feeling about it and have an open conversation. Adrian saying religion is important, but I believe it creates issues also. Yeah, I mean 100%. I think anyone that doesn't admit that religion has caused some issues in history is a little off.
Yeah, but yeah, going back to the point too, though, I think obviously it's a very like personal decision, and everyone has a different perspective on it. But I remember people asking me if I was concerned about how we would just do life together, having never lived together, having, again, we did distance for a good period of time. And I can actually speak from personal experience now, especially since we've been married for 3 years, and we've known each other for 7. It really was not a factor or an issue or something that I regret waiting to do by any means. Like, if anything, I think it was really great. I think distance was really great for us. I think, just choosing to focus on that, I think, emotional relationship versus making it physical, because realistically, I think when you are emotionally invested and attached to somebody and you have that deep connection, like, the physical aspect is easy. And obviously I can't say that's true for everybody, but I'm saying from a personal perspective, like,
okay, let me see. King saying, I've found so far, no, I've certainly developed feelings over the last month or so knowing that information, hence why I'm still in it. Yeah, I mean, 100% for sure. She's so fun to be with and share the majority of values. Yeah, I mean,
that's awesome. Yeah.
And JMC saying that for dudes, the longer you aren't physical, the better. Once it gets physical, your real brain shuts off. I don't 100% disagree with you there. Yeah, some of the most fundamental years of our relationship were years of distance where we never even saw each other. So, I think there's far more to relationships than that, obviously. Good to hear, King. Everybody is different. I fell in love with my husband at first sight. I just knew he was the one. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I know a lot of people like that too, and I'm not saying that can't be the case at all. And I will not tell him that you said that. Don't want him to get a big head. It comes down to the individuals and how they respond to each other, living together, etc. Yeah, I mean, I would say at the end of the day, like, everyone
obviously is different, and also how you want to live your life and who you are as individuals and who you are as a couple is going to differ from every single person. Like, that's something that I thought was really funny, like, the first couple months of us being married and me moving, because at the time, we were in different cities, and then I ended up moving to the city that we're currently in, where Josh was living, and just the advice and stuff that people said before we got married, and then getting married and being married, like, we just laughed at some of the things that, like, people thinking that they were sharing wisdom, which is not that they weren't, but it just goes to show in a lot of areas, though, like, every relationship is so different, and, like, same with marriage, like, marriages for everybody are so different because it's two different people,
100%.
living very, different lives than everybody else or whatever. So it's like you can have commonalities, of course, with other couples or other people in general, but really every relationship obviously is like what you make it and what you want.
There's still stuff that's like good advice across the board, I think.
Yeah.
But
like communication is important. Like, yes.
I would just say, like, the main advice that I would give anyone that, like, I mean, I don't think, King, you're necessarily looking for my advice, but, like, the one thing that I tell anybody who's in, like, especially a new relationship is just to, like, 1, like, communicate, and 2, be honest about, like, how you feel about things. Like, because at the end of the day, like, if it starts to bother you, like, if the, like, again, like, her, like, what she's doing, I hope who I marry is clean.
Oh, true.
You can
know that, honestly, you can know that before you would live, like, again, had an idea of that before. Like, you don't have to live with someone to necessarily know that.
Yeah, sometimes you have to shut other people's opinion and discover things yourself. Yeah, 100%. Like, you can't just go based on, like any book or any piece of advice. But like I said, like, you have to, like, I would say to have a successful relationship, you have to be able to tell your partner, like, honestly how you feel about the relationship and how it's currently going. Yeah. If you don't feel safe to do that, like, I don't think you're in a healthy relationship.
For sure. I think it's always interesting, people who don't share that information, and I think there are also a lot of assumptions before that I feel like it's you carry into. It's like those habits, if that's someone you want to be in a relationship with long term too, like you need to have that foundation of good communication and trusting each other and being comfortable with each other, because that's only gonna obviously continue over time. I think that's how people end up in situations and relationships where they say things and you're like, why did you not say something? Like, I don't understand how that could happen, but the reality is, like, from the very beginning, usually, like, communication's not great. There's not a level of trust. There's not all these other things. Yeah,
100%. King saying, I'm OCD with a CDO, the letters in alphabetical order the way it should be. I haven't heard that one before. That's pretty good. Yeah,
That's fair. I'm very clean, and this is an area that we are not the same men all the time.
I won't say that it has not caused conflict before.
1,000%.
So yeah.
You're not dirty.
Okay, let's not talk about how messy or dirty I am.
No. I said you're not dirty. I was gonna clarify though that I would say I err more on the side of actually being OCD. I would not be surprised if I had undiagnosed just an organizational problem.
Would not be shocked. Okay, yeah, Adrian, on a slightly different topic, how do you find living in Germany compares to the U.S.? Good question. I think the main thing that I learned living abroad is that every country and culture has some really cool things to offer if you give it a chance and if you really immerse yourself in it. Again, growing up overseas was challenging, right? I remember one of the first weeks I was at school. One of the first weeks I got dropped off at public school my second day in Germany, because that's what my parents thought would be best, because you can't homeschool and they didn't want us to go to an all American school. So we just got dropped off at public school. I didn't really speak any German, and I remember within the first week I got beat up for being an American pig, and that had a
kids are the worst sometimes.
Kids are kind of little dicks, but
so sad.
I say that only to say that despite that rough kind of introduction and feeling like an outcast and a foreigner, as I over the course of the 6 years that we lived there or whatever it was, I really did become a part of that culture, and it's something I really consider a big part of my life and a big part of my not heritage, I guess, but my story. And I think the biggest thing that I would say is different is everything. It's just it's just a completely different culture. They have different values. They value different things than Americans do, and different priorities. I mean, just in general, I would say also just the biggest thing for me personally, again, was just living in a culture that wasn't my own and having to grapple with the fact that, again, to a degree, you're an outsider in a place that's not your home. It's not where you're from, right? And finding your place in a culture and just finding out how you can contribute as well, I think, is a really interesting challenge.
Wait, Adrian, where do you live?
I think he said England.
Oh, awesome.
Plenty of American, but only visited once. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we would do it now, / it could be something we would look into in the future. But yeah, we've talked about the possibility of living overseas. I did for not 6 years, for a short period of time. But yeah, really enjoyed just, yeah, again, kind of similar ideas of being able to adapt and understand a totally different lifestyle and society than your own. And
that's a terrible joke. Sorry. Speaking of relationships, yesterday my missus said to pass some ladies' equipment as it is that time of the month. I passed her the iron and she wasn't amused. The look I got. I mean, yeah, she was probably this guy, this comedian over here. Okay.
This guy.
Yeah,
I feel sometimes the worst thing about being a woman is it really depends. I feel you could say the same thing and it really just depends on the kind of mood I'm in. Because my response could be very different. When you said I looked what was it? Was it Freddy Krueger? Because I had a striped shirt on, a striped sweater, and a wide brim hat.
I said she looked like Freddy Krueger went to jail.
And at first I was irritated, but then I looked in the mirror and I just died laughing because I was you're right. I really do. I looked cute, but I looked like Freddy.
She should have Will Smithed you. Yeah, 100%. She should have Will Smithed you.
Oh.
You guys should certainly visit Barcelona in the summer. Such a fun city. So we went to Barcelona.
Oh, we did go to Barcelona a couple years ago. Sorry. I was so excited about that. I was excited about the recommendation. I was wait, we've been there.
Yeah, so we went to Barcelona the fall, right before kind of COVID really.
The fall of 2018. No, 2019.
2019.
Yeah, because we went the same year we got married.
So it's been a minute since we've been out. I think that's the last time we went out of the country.
That is, yeah. Trying to convince Joshua that we should take a trip to London in the fall, though, because he's never been, and I've been, but it was for a very short period of time. Oops, and I loved London, so really want to go.
But yeah, Barcelona's a really cool city. One of the best cities you've been to. Yeah, I really enjoyed Barcelona. I think it would be really cool in the summer too. I think we went in the fall. So that, like the beaches weren't packed and everything, but
Yeah, it was kind of too cold to really enjoy the beach, but we got a great chance to enjoy the city, and we have a tradition of taking at least one cooking class every place that we travel to, and so we did there, and yeah, it was amazing. We got to like walk around the market and pick out the food, and it was really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, 100% anyone that hasn't visited Barcelona would recommend.
Will Smith, wait, can we talk about that? I feel like you're talking about controversial things.
Do we want to talk? Oh man, Jacob, welcome. Good to see you. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into that whole can of worms with Will Smith.
Well, we had a good conversation about it yesterday that I thought.
I'm dying because I'm not paying attention.
Oh, what would you say would be a good time? So I was thinking like September, October.
He was just saying, do London in the summer.
No, I know.
Not the winter.
Definitely not the winter.
Rain. I mean, I wonder if fall includes the winter.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what do you think about like September, October? Because that's when I was looking at tickets. I thought would be a nice time to go.
Yeah.
No, maybe save it for another time.
See if I miss. I mean, I won't. I don't mind talking about it. I just don't think it's gonna be super pretty.
Oh. I just was saying I thought we had a really good conversation about it.
Yeah, but these hoodlums, I don't know.
Not sure what they're
September is good too. Okay.
I feel like it's a very logical argument of okay, maybe not. Maybe you want to dice down a little bit.
I'd rather just laugh at all the memes about Will Smith slapping people.
Oh, yeah. Very funny.
Spill the beans.
I mean, there's no...
Back in a moment. Got to move an AQ. I should probably go move an AQ too real quick.
What's that?
Alliance Quest.
Oh!
That's
I didn't realize you're playing against Warlock. Listen, if they don't make a movie, if I swear, if I die...
They're not going to make a Warlock.
No, I'm holding out for it. Warlock's the best. I love Warlock.
Warlock's pretty cool. Enzo, salut, bonjour, mon ami. Was that pretty good French? Hallo, mein Freund. Willkommen in dem Stream. Stopping in before schlafen. Yeah. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope you had a good stream. Super big congratulations on number 2 on the season. Yeah, if you guys don't already, obviously follow Enzo. Yeah. One of my favorite people in the community. Just a really awesome person, and you guys should go follow his stream and give him all the likes and all the love and all the subscriptions. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope your stream is really good, really well. Wow, English. I can't even speak English. I should probably limit myself.
I mean, I feel like you wouldn't even have to really.
JMC, you are my favorite, but you're also an asshole.
Oh, New York was a drag. New York would be okay if you've never been to America and your first experience or only experience or main experience is New York. Yeah, I would say that would be very overwhelming. That's not a good indicator of what the rest of the country is like at all. I feel like that's Milan in Italy. Like when people, yeah, I just would never recommend. And I enjoyed Milan, but like I would never recommend Milan if you've never been to Italy before because it's not all going to be what you expect. I feel like that's kind of New York. Although I guess the media really only shows if you're not American. I feel like it's New York, LA.
Okay. Let's see. Only been to New York. Yeah. Hello, relax, welcome. Enzo's everyone's favorite person. Yeah. I mean, just a joy to, dude's. Yeah, just has so much fun with the game. It's fun. It's also fun to watch someone wail out in a way that I never could. But yeah. Enzo, hope you get a good night's rest. Again, huge congrats on placing number 2 in the world. That's
nice.
A crazy accomplishment from you guys over at 4Loki. Wish we could have placed up there with you, but obviously didn't have the greatest final war. Why London, says JJ. Enzo's a bully. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sicily would be the place. Yeah, Sicily in the summer.
I actually have family in Sicily.
Yes,
and
relax, just Serena.
It's on my bucket list. I want to learn Italian before going back so I can speak with them because they don't speak any English. They only speak
Gotta get those units. Relax. Yeah, JJ wants to know why you want to go to London.
I've been there before. Joshua has never been there. And I really enjoyed it. I just loved the city. I liked that. Just the cultural aspect. I feel like it was, when I went, it was like one of the first cities I'd been to, and I just like the diversity to me was really interesting. I felt like seeing so many biracial people before.
The lamps for units. Yeah, we should
but no,
sell
the food
lamp
was
for
great.
units.
I think the history is great. It's a very easy city to navigate. Obviously, you still speak German, but other than that, really only being like English speakers.
Yes.
Although, I mean, there's plenty of other places we want to go to, but also tickets were super cheap, and that's kind of how we like to travel too. Got a list of places we want to go, and then if I look up and see that tickets are cheap to one of those places, then we're likelier to go. But would love to visit other places though in the UK.
Sell the lamp for units. That's what you mean. Yeah. I mean, we should sell the lamp for units. I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, Adrian says he knows so many Italian speakers.
Yes. I mean, there's probably quite a few people from Italy and England as well.
Help.
PWF,
me.
PWF constantly bullies and belittles you in BG3 chat. Yeah, he also ranked a Cersei, which is just bullying in general to anyone that has to go up against that champion, so I don't know, PWF, maybe you're the real bully. We can't yet confirm.
Yeah, London is a bag of different cultures is awesome. Yeah, for sure. Although maybe if we do go, we need better food I mean, no, I had great food. I didn't have great, I feel like, English food. I had great, like, Indian food and tons of other cultures, but not, like, a lot of traditional.
I know so many people from across the world. Yeah, that's cool. I think that's kind of a cool thing about, well, the interesting thing about Europe is, like, oh, gosh. Hold on, let me not die here real quick. Or maybe die. Holy crap, how many times can he evade? Craziness. How does this champion work? I don't even know. One of the cool things about Europe is I feel like there's so many countries in such a small land mass that you get, I think, and each country is so old, right? There's, America has like 50 states, but they're a lot younger, and so the cultures aren't as differentiated as some of the European cultures.
Coming in.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to come in here. Yeah, America's
you want more of your face? You want more
Yeah.
face? More FaceTime?
More FaceTime. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, there's a Hillsong documentary out that I wanted to watch called A Mega Church Exposed.
Exposed.
We were talking about religion, so I thought that'd be a really interesting one.
Well, Moon Knight comes out tomorrow, which or tonight, I guess, at midnight, right?
Oh.
The first episode of Moon Knight drops, or the first 3.
Snap.
Excited for that. I don't know how many of you guys watch the Marvel shows.
I would assume majority, no?
Not necessarily. I don't think we have a traditional dish. I mean, roast dinner, yes, but it's more stuff from ranch. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense. I know there's like,
So
right,
that-
traditional like English breakfast, right? That's a thing. And
Obviously, tea time and biscuits.
like
and
blood
and
pudding.
I feel like it's more, kind of like pastry, tea. That's at least what I think of.
I still can't get behind you guys calling dinner tea though.
Dinner tea?
Yeah, they call dinner tea. They're like.
I always thought the chips and fries is really funny.
Yeah, fish and chips.
Yeah. Well, just in general, fries are not fries, they're chips. It's kind of like soccer. Why do we have to be different? I hate that.
What's the sickest SP decks you've ever done, Infamous? Ugh. Like yeah, I can't dex anything. That's alright, JMC. One time, one of my favorite dexes was an accidental full dex of Null's SP1 in War. But I have like one of the ones that I just think is like really hard to consistently pull off is the Collector in Abyss. I've gotten that like once or twice. But yeah, I tend to. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of specials I can't dex. You can dex his SP1? Yeah, you can. I was not against the wall. Well, actually, at the end of it, I was against the wall.
Yeah, black pudding, which is nasty. It's some animal blood. Exactly, it's gross.
I think that was in the live war breakdown, JMC.
Oh yeah, full English breakfast is probably it with a cup of tea. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm trying to think of some of the crazier specials. I guess Guardian SP2 Dex is nice. Yeah, Guardian's SP2 is, I mean, again, I would never recommend dexing it. Hitmonkey, yeah, I've dexed that before, but trying to think of some of the tougher ones. I think Bishop SP1 Dex, yeah, that's impressive if you can pull that off.
I love all the Andrew Garfield memes. They're great.
There's lots of memes. Yeah, Punisher, just like classic Punisher, I like dexing his SP1. And the other one that I would say that I'm like pretty proud of is just being really consistent with Apocalypse SP1 full dex. We do have the best time after all. We're a nation of tea drinkers. I mean, sure. Give me a nice cocktail any day, but tea is not. I'm not mad about tea either.
I love tea. Earl Grey is one of my favorites too. Oh, I thought this was funny. I went to a. I'm just taking over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Forget me. This is.
It's my stream now. I went to a brunch place recently with some good friends, and we got London Smogs instead of London Fog. And it's essentially the same thing as a London Fog. So it's Earl Grey, like steamed milk, lavender, and I think it's usually honey. But it actually had a shot or two of espresso. And then I came home and made it, and it's so good. It sounds weird because I think, most people would be put off by the idea of espresso and tea, but it's amazing. So 10 out of 10 recommend. You should try it.
There you go.
That important
story brought to you by Earl Grey tea.
Okay.
A couple years ago, I recorded a bunch of videos dexing tough specials. Never did anything with all those. You could have been the next MSD, dude. MSD is always putting out some video of him dexing some stupid special on the wall. Yeah, Collector's Dex feels really good to pull off. I can't do it consistently, though. Backstar was talking crap to Q. Hey, understandably, you gotta talk crap to Q. You missed us talking about English tea and food, so we were also talking shit. I went to a tea shop where they create the mix for you. That's kind of cool.
Ooh, wait, that's so neat. Oh, in Barcelona.
She's way Mark's. Got to catch up on work you've been neglecting.
Oh, that's so cool.
No problem, man. Take care of that. Let's see. As Punisher 2099 SP2 Dex. I don't know that one is possible fully. Not sure. There are some specials. The one that I would love to see is a Mangog special 2 Dex.
Catch up on work I've been neglecting.
Gotta go figure out this Mutant Abyss so you can rank for our champ later. Hey, later, JMC. Always good to have you here. You go and knock that thing out and rank for another champion, man. And make sure it's not some meme. But by Jock. Why did you think J stood for Jock? That's what I want to know, JJ. Who's named Jock? I'm gonna get kicked if it's another low prestige champion. Later, dude. I'm sure you will be ranking Doomer, sir. Barcelona is lush. Okay, you always use this word, lush. Give me a 2-second or like a short definition of how you use the word lush, because I've seen you use it in like 15 different ways. I swear.
Lush.
It's British. No, I know it's British.
You said all you know is it's British.
I know it. No, he says it's British. Yeah, I know it's British. That much.
Oh, you're explaining like the content, like what? Use it in a better sentence.
Lovely, awesome, fab, etc. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a positive. I feel like a lush can also be a derogatory term about a woman who's.
A lush.
Yeah, a lush.
I don't know.
That's the only other way I've really heard it used.
Who knows? I thought that was tart.
Tot.
She's a tot.
It's not tart, it's tot.
My bad. Sorry.
British English does sound so much better than American English, though. I hate hearing other people try and do American accents, because I'm like, oh no, do we sound like that? I feel like we do.
Slag.
What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's a hoe. I thought
Oh.
lush is used on grass. Yeah. Luscious grass. Lush grass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
In a sentence, she looks lush. I like that sentence. It's a good sentence. Retard. Yeah. Slag, basically. Yeah. I will say, slang across the world is very funny. Just the words
it's
everybody
the best.
uses. I have some good friends from New Zealand, and they use a bunch of interesting phrases too.
Wait, can you remember any?
Not like
Or
a ton
no?
off the top of my head, but I'm always asking them what the heck they're talking about.
You're like, huh?
Man, we've been all over the place today. This stream has truly gone off the rails.
I meant to say I picked up some records today. I got some more. One of them is like Paris
Chippy?
Hits.
Wait, what's the difference between what chippy means over there? Enlighten me. I don't know that I know the difference between the two.
Whoa, what?
Lush is Northeast England slang word for something nice. Stuff like tastes or looks. Yeah, makes sense.
I wish other people could talk. Wait, no, they can't in a stream, right? I wish you could actually
Not in
hear
a stream chat. If someone was on a Discord call, they could, yeah.
Discord call, that's all the terms. I'm learning.
As you can tell, avid gamer over here.
I'm trying. I gotta get points for trying, right?
No.
It's better
No
than me
points.
coming in here and being like, "You on that damn thing again?" And I like go off.
You should though.
At least I'm not just one time come in super
That would
pissed.
be pretty funny. My
Cradle
poor
song.
Lance has been tortured with me and my slang. I'm sure they enjoy it, JJ.
Oh, okay. Okay, girl. Not saying okay to this. We went to college with her.
You must have heard the worst of the use of the word mate. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I call some of my friends mates.
Mates.
Yeah.
I love mates. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
100%. Also,
This is funny.
there's like a lot, like mate is very common, like I feel like that's one of the things that they put in like lots of American TV shows to make people sound like when someone British is on the show, they use mate like all the time. Probably more so than it actually gets used in real life.
Wait, I feel like this is so true. It says, European out of office. I'm away camping for the summer. Please email back in September. American out of office. I've left the office for 2 hours to undergo kidney surgery, but you can reach me on my cell at any time.
Yeah, work-life balance problems. I hate when people use bro. Yeah, not my favorite either. Not
If
gonna
you
lie.
use it unironically, it's the worst.
I thought mate is
but-
a drink. I think you're talking about mate, which is a tea, right?
Hey, stop. Granny's trying to eat my lamp.
Cat is trying to eat the lamp. She's
Hey.
unenthused by it as well.
Stop.
In slang, blood can also refer to mate or friend. Yeah, I've heard that one as well.
Can you?
Well, you shouldn't have brought the lamp. Shouldn't have brought the lamp up.
Stop it. Leave it alone. I'm putting it up here for now.
When cats attack, coming to you live on YouTube. I don't know how Brian Grant plays Arena with one hand and also like looks things up. I would lose my streak every single time. Franny be wild. Yeah, Franny be wild.
No, y'all don't understand. Franny's crazy.
Oh, they understand.
Oh,
Literally
that's true. They
literally
see her butt in like every stream.
dang stream, she's sticking her butt up in the camera.
Yeah, she's wild, y'all. She's
Adrian,
great,
have you heard of monkey's blood? I don't. Isn't that like a drink?
though. Monkey's blood.
I made a blood orange daiquiri today. It was
Oh.
pretty sick.
It was so good. That was really good.
Uh,
Oh,
What?
wait. his reference actually refers to a movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course I did. G.I. Jane. A bald... What? That's the whole point.
I just thought he was...
You trying to act...
I just thought it wasn't a real thing. I still got the ref. Like, I got it in the sense of, like, I know what G.I. Joe is.
Clearly not.
G.I. Jane. No. I didn't know it was a... Okay. Well.
Red ice cream sauce. So why don't they just call it strawberry sauce?
Strawberry sauce that goes on ice cream.
Why is it called monkey's blood?
Ew,
This don't make sense.
Like that. I don't like that.
It's far less appetizing. We just call it strawberry sauce. Yeah,
True.
like a normal freaking human being. I'm just kidding.
Like
Kind
a
of.
normal human being.
Yeah, the tune. Oh boy.
We just call it strawberry sauce.
The tune. I'm gonna look at it. Wait, don't put it in the chat. I'm gonna look at a map of England and try to figure out what the tune is. Ready? Go.
Oh, I do want to go to Edinburgh though, and Leeds, only because I feel like we see.
Where
people
I'm from,
Leeds all
there's
the
a
time.
story about a monkey. I mean, that kind of makes sense. The tune. All right, it's probably not Leeds or Blackburn. No, it's probably not Manchester.
no.
Blackburn? No.
Not Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't know what the tune is. Wait. No, that's not it. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like everywhere in England, I know there's some pretty serious differences in like slang and dialect, kind of like there are in the States here. Sancheesy, welcome. Good to see you. I think I missed you there for a second. Thought it was called Tiger's Blood. I think I have heard of Tiger's Blood as well. I guess it just depends whether it's a story about a monkey or a tiger in your region. In Birmingham, they just speak weird. Birmingham. That's where Peaky Blinders is at, right? In Birmingham.
Yeah, it is. I think so. Oh, we need to start watching that again. We've been
Type
slacking.
in Tune Army. Okay, hold on. Let me look it up.
Like in Birmingham, they do. They do definitely speak differently. I feel like it's very obvious. Yeah, I like their accents too. I like Birmingham accents.
Oh, Newcastle. Okay.
JJY. I like their accents too. Birmingham.
But
What is it? Leeds though. Leeds is like the worst. Actually can't understand.
I wouldn't call anyone's accent the worst.
Okay, the worst in the sense of like it's like a southern accent in America though. I feel like that's Leeds accents.
You know what sucks about this quick fill feature,
Or is
guys?
it-
I still have
it's
to hit all the help buttons because this is like one thing I'm OCD about, even though you don't need to. But
Or is it a Cockney accent?
Irish accents are very hard to understand.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah,
they
depending
really are.
on
They
who it
can be.
is and how thick it is. I mean, I'd
For
say like
sure.
any really, really strong accent can be really hard to understand. Like, I was watching something the other day and it was in Wales and there was a Welsh accent and I had
Ooh.
no idea what was happening. Miss wouldn't understand anything we said.
Nope.
Probably not. She barely understands what I'm saying, so. But that's probably just because I mumble, apparently.
And not in general. I understand what you're saying in general. Yeah, unless you're mumbling, then no, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah. The thicker, they might as well not be speaking English. Yeah, I
Aw.
mean, some accents even just like in America, I'm like, I don't have no idea what you're saying.
Sometimes I feel the worst though. Like, it just feels very, I don't know, obnoxious sometimes to have this expectation of like everybody else should just know English.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
It's like the worst.
But
so.
like, for example, where I grew up in Germany was like kind of like the deep south of Germany, and so like when I speak German to people from like northern Germany, they're probably like, "What the heck are you saying?" I live in Hawaii originally, a Cali native,
Wow.
but listening to Hawaii local pidgin. I'm not familiar with pidgin, but I'm assuming it's a local dialect. Is sometimes confusing but interesting. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
100%. I'm sure. Go to the bayou. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying.
True.
Yeah,
Also, yeah, not English.
There's
and
also-
you're like, this is a what?
you're from Florida, right? So there's also the just like
The bayou.
Florida meth head dialect
Ah.
where they're saying things, but what are they actually saying?
Wow, Hawaii. That's
But yeah, that's really cool. It's one of the few states that I have not been to yet.
I'm all for the liberation of Hawaii. Screw America.
Okay, relax. Let's not get.
I
in-
watched a whole like document and I had no.
We try
I
to
had
we
no
try to
idea.
keep politics out
Sorry,
of the chat.
I'm
Yeah, you're all over
sorry,
the place.
proud to.
You're
I guess I'm proud
you're
in some
hijack-
aspects to be an American.
You're
but also-
hijacking the stream.
But also America's kind of over sometimes.
The political opinions expressed by Mrs. Infamous do not reflect. I need
Disclaimers.
I need a disclaimer every time you're on
Disclaimers every
stream.
stream. No,
Yeah.
just every time I walk in the room.
Yeah, every time you
before I
walk in the
say
room.
Just kidding. I've not said anything that controversial. Psh, haven't seen me.
You're just always trying to stir it up, though.
No, I'm not.
You're trying to talk about all the topics.
He goes,
Similar to Jamaican dialect, yeah. There's some.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been to Jamaica, and there's been there's a lot of like pretty strong like dialect differences from like parts of different parts of Jamaica as well.
I feel like the comments too about French. Sorry, not French. About like you saying in Germany, growing up kind of like southern Germany. I feel like that's very true with French, like Canadian French and like France French. Like they can be very bougie and obnoxious about that.
Okay, so Sean is saying, someone said this to me the other day. Good luck. I went to the swamp, got the truck stuck up to the doors in the mud, ya buddy. Why do I sound like? Okay,
Why do you guys
I
sound
went.
British?
I went to the swam, got the truck stuck up to the doors in the mud, ya buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I get what he's. I actually understand it, but that's probably only because I'm
That's
reading
like
it.
context clues though.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, I feel like that's kind of the worst situation too, because you're like, you are speaking English and I understand English. It's my first like I should be able to understand what you're saying, but I have no idea what's going on. That's always
I
embarrassing.
just hope they got their truck. I hope they got
Out the
their truck
mud.
out the mud because it was stuck up to the doors.
Oh, I went to the swamp, got the truck stuck
Up to the
up
doors.
to the doors
In the mud.
In the mud.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Can't not have the yeah, buddy.
I feel like Midwesterners don't really have accents. East Coast, definitely. There's certain words.
Unless you're from Chicago.
West Coast, no. I would say they don't say anything. Yeah, Chicago and like Wisconsin and Minnesota definitely do. They have
Yeah.
the thickest of the Midwest accents.
Jamaican dialogue is made of a range of different languages. South Africa, Spanish, French, and a few other languages. Yeah, I mean, the reality
Yeah.
for a lot of the Caribbean, everyone says it differently,
Hi, baby girl.
is that a lot of those countries were inhabited by one or multiple
Several,
of the European empires.
Yeah. That's like, I think Creole sounds really interesting.
And so they have a lot of different influences. I read a bit of Hawaiian Pidgin version of the Bible, couldn't take it seriously.
Oh, no.
I mean, I have no idea what Pidgin is. I'll have to check that out later, but
Oh, really? I'm from Wisconsin, live in Minnesota. I have no accent.
Minnesota? Well, yeah, Wisconsin doesn't really...
yeah, I guess Wisconsin. Minnesota, definitely, though.
I know some Minnesotans that have pretty...
Yeah, I do.
Thick-
I mean, I have family
thick
from
accents.
Wisconsin
Hawaiian Pidgin
that
is...
definitely do.
Wait, you'll appreciate this, Mace. Hawaiian Pidgin is more like the episode of The Office where Kevin says, "Well, I say a lot of words when few words are trick."
No! Listen, that's one of my favorites.
Iconic.
Y'all don't know this, but I've seen at least every episode of The Office probably 8 times by now.
Time to hit
So
the hay.
any
That's a
Office.
slang phrase for time to go to bed. Catch you later. I have heard that one before, my
Hey.
man. But really appreciate you being here. Hope you're going to get some great rest, and I will see you in a future stream, I'm sure. Appreciate you being here, man. i.e., if you're available to help, I would appreciate it. If you can't, that's all right.
I say a lot of words.
In other words, if can, if no can, no can. Yeah, for sure.
The best part about that is the logic. Everyone explaining it to him.
Yeah.
Kevin, but no one understands what you're saying. You're wasting more time.
Yeah. Well, King, that means we're just neighbors. I mean, kind of. You're all up in Minnesota now, but we're in Indiana, which is just south, kind of Wisconsin and all that. Thanks for the laughs and stories today, but I'm off to hit the sauna and eat the soup to get over this cold. Oh, well, hope you start feeling better, man.
Aww.
Sauna sounds kind of nice.
That does sound nice.
But yeah,
Enjoy.
appreciate you being here. And yeah, anytime I enjoy just chatting about all sorts of different stuff. So it was fun to get to talk about everything. But yeah, congrats on a great season, man. It was a fun one. Hope you have a good evening and hope you start feeling better. Haiti French is slightly different to French. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, a lot of the French, just right? In general, a lot of the French in the Caribbean is a mixture of French and the native dialects and stuff like that. Time to go and be a tooth fairy. My son's tooth fell out. Oh, that's sweet.
That's so sweet.
Have a good one though, Saloy. Enjoyed hanging out with you. Yeah, I don't have any kids yet, but I'm sure all of those experiences are pretty precious, so
that's sweet.
It's sweet that you guys get to share that.
Yeah, it's Creole. I understand some French. I have no idea. Yeah, that's always what I thought too. Yeah, if you're able to speak Creole, you can understand some French, but yeah, they sound totally different too, but some words I feel like sound kind of the same.
I got out of the Marine Corps active duty in 2020. Thanks for your service, first of all. Wow, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. And I've been a correction officer since at the Hawaii prison. Wow. That's a really interesting job. So working these past couple of years with mainly locals has been experience with pigeon. Well, man, I would love to take you out for a beer and just hear about that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really interesting,
interesting
thing to talk about. Jay Will saying, you guys consider doing a podcast? Just wondering because it seems like you guys could be good at it.
Yes!
She keeps saying that.
Thank you.
So I would say it's been considered.
Appreciate you commenting that. I did throw it out like a week or two ago, but I thought that would be something that would be very fun to do and interesting. George was like, I don't know who's gonna listen to us. I'm like, I would listen to us. I think we're gonna do it.
Of course you would.
No, if I really thought, like, no.
You would listen to you, that's for sure.
No one else listens to our podcast but me.
You already do listen to yourself.
That is kind of true.
How much is a tooth worth now? So it was £2 when the kiddos fell out. Wait, there's inflation on Tooth Fairy? Holy crap. I lost my teeth too early.
Do you do the money under the pillow? Growing up, my mom did that. And I finally figured out the Tooth Fairy wasn't real because Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy had the same handwriting. I was like, it's my mom.
I never understood why Hawaii is part of America. It's so damn far away. I mean, let's not get into that, maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of there's this thing called colonization that countries did back in when they were at the height of their power, and it's got some serious issues.
Oh wait, I'd love to hear your guys' podcast. You should send the link.
Yeah, I think I have listened to a couple of those episodes. Jay will. Content creating and stream can be rewarding. Yeah, no, I definitely think it can.
Also, that way I'm not hijacking your stream. We can talk about whatever we want on our podcast.
You're like, I want to talk about whatever I want. Give the kid $5. $5 a tooth, man. That's a lot. That's gonna get steep.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot. That's good.
Just whatever, charge me or the missus has, since most stuff is paid on card these days. Yeah, I don't have any cash, so my kids are gonna get like a Venmo.
Alright, Quid, yeah. Okay, that's one thing I really like about the UK too. I like having, / Europe in general, because Italy's like this too, like using euros. I like having like $1, $3, and $5, well, euros or quid, in coin version. That's something we don't have here.
It's called the Dole Corporation. The pineapple people stole Hawaii. The pineapple people. That's too funny, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Many things have been done in the name of profit.
Horrible. Horrible.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, we've got 2 boys. The age when
Jason
they're
is awesome. Yeah, 100%. I was chilling in your stream the other day, J-Will, when you were playing Horizon Forbidden West, I think it's called. Yeah, and really enjoyed. I kind of got lost on your YouTube channel just watching stuff. I think it's really cool what you guys are doing over there. And also, this, I don't know if you care about me sharing this, but my wife was asking the other day, like, how many, like black content creators there are in the MCOC community. And I just think it's really cool that there's awesome black content creators like you guys to look up to. Like, if I think about my kid getting into this game, I don't know if it'll still be around then, but there's just, representation is just really important, and
For sure.
I'm sure there's plenty of kids out in the community that are like looking for content creators like them and want to see themselves have a shot at doing something like that. So
Definitely.
Again, if you guys haven't checked out J&J Gaming, definitely do so.
And just in general, I think too, to see people of color, regardless, just excelling in all aspects and in an array of different ways too. I think that's just another huge issue that has been a thing.
They overthrew the monarchy. It's a really sad story. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. That's what. Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean,
that's why I was like,
once again, I don't want to get uber political.
we'll make a podcast one of these days.
Maybe that's a podcast topic. Let's see here. Sancheezy's saying, I've got 2 boys myself. They're at the age where they're going to start losing teeth, and I told myself that I would consider the amount of dollar bill left in the pillow according to how gnarly they remove. Oof.
That's great. That's
they lose
hysterical.
the tooth, bow and arrow tied to string to the tooth. Oof.
Ooh.
The more creative, the higher the dollar bill amount.
Oh, that sounds like it would hurt though.
All I'm saying is kids are way too creative, and you're going to end up with a serious accident. They're going to be like, Dad, we drove our bikes off of like a cliff and like smashed into a tree branch. It's a recipe for disaster, but I'm here for it. Just make sure they like wear a GoPro.
I was gonna say, can you record it?
Defo going, now forgot to let the cats in. Well, yeah, you don't wanna leave the poor catzos outside. So catch you later, man. Good to have you here. Thanks for the kind words. Hey, no problem, man. Seriously, keep doing what you guys are doing, and you're a really awesome part of the community. Kids are robust. They can do it. Yeah, kids are relatively robust. The cats will survive. You wouldn't know it from how they react, though.
True. At least not how Franny reacts. She's dramatic.
Yeah, JJ saying I watched you on a different game, and I don't know that. Yeah, 100%. He was just streaming a different game that I don't really play, but it was a good time. I preach having fun and family in a positive, non-toxic way. Yeah, I mean, the world needs more non-toxic everything.
True. Very true.
More like Jason and Jabari overextended ourselves. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, already between work and just like trying to stream and put some war videos up on YouTube, I'm like, what am I doing? So I can definitely appreciate that.
That's why I come hang out with you now.
Do Anchor if you guys are wanting to do a podcast info. Yeah, I'll hit you up if we seriously consider it. I want to go to Cuba. Yeah, Cuba is a country I definitely want to visit. I'm not sure where the restrictions currently are, like what the current situation is. Saloy.
Yeah, can we legally go to Cuba again? I feel like every couple months it changes, honestly.
I'm not sure, but Saloy is having a really hard time leaving. Not that we want you to leave, man. I'm glad you keep staying, but you keep saying you have to go, and then you keep showing up. Between the cats and the kids.
I was supposed to go to group at 6:40. I don't want to go.
You're saying nope, as in no, we can't go to Cuba currently? I'm
I
assuming.
think we could.
Yeah, I thought that was the case. I know they opened up for a couple of years, but I thought they closed down again.
Ooh, I don't even know if it was a couple of years. I thought it was a shorter period of time than that.
Yeah, Jason,
6
it's weird
months.
at being family friendly. I ensure no swears. Yeah, JJ, yeah, I think that may be a little tough for you. I'm just kidding.
Oh no,
I had
that's
a trip.
horrible.
Oh, that sucks, man.
And then Trump banned it again. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That sucks.
What happened? I mean, I hope you got like reimbursed or
Yeah, I'm curious.
got points or something. I mean, yeah, if that's completely out of your control too, I would hope that they didn't charge you and then just say good luck.
Sucks, but yeah, I think it's just a very interesting country with. It kind of to me feels like a what's it called, a time capsule.
Oh, it for sure.
In the sense
is.
that it's been
Yeah.
like kind of cut off. We swear just not very much. Yeah, I get that, man. I try
Relatable.
not to swear too much, but I sometimes do. Yeah, we got our money back. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I mean, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of different places that we want to be able to travel to for sure.
Time capsule. Yeah, yeah, it definitely has a time capsule. I feel
Oh
like
my
it's
goodness.
like behind by like, I don't know, 50 years.
Yeah, I think so. It's very like 50, 60.
Four kids, 4 cats, 1 dog, and the missus surprised I've not lost the plot yet. Who says you haven't?
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, what kids? Like, do you have 3 boys, a girl, 2 boys, 2 girls? I'm curious.
If you feel like sharing, of course.
Sorry, yeah, that's very personal. My bad.
Jabari does when he starts losing in his games. Yeah.
Dual
He runs your
citizenship.
Twitch channel. Yeah. Do you guys do you dual stream when you stream, or do you just like alternate, or does one of you stream on one and one on the other? My cat's currently attacking my backpack. No worries. Ireland is the best place. Iceland a close second that I visited.
Ooh,
yeah,
Iceland.
my
I had a layover there.
my brother and his wife went to Ireland and they really liked it, and they've also actually been to Iceland and they really liked it as well. But both of those are actually countries that I have not visited. Iceland's definitely pretty high on my list. Just I really enjoy places with like a lot of like natural beauty and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a layover there and it was raining, so that's my only experience with Iceland.
That's what I forgot to do since
Unfortunately.
new phone. Need to download Twitch. Yeah. I deleted Twitch for a while just because everyone I followed was on YouTube, but Iceland ruins waterfalls in the sense that ours are crap. Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Or
assuming just in general that they're just amazing.
that they're
and
just
so
better than.
I believe that. And like everywhere else in the world. New Zealand's really high on my list. I would love to go to New
Yeah.
Zealand.
I mean, there's a lot of places.
So many
I wanna go.
places.
Dual citizenship is important in these cases. Yeah, 100%. Makes it easier to travel between those countries. Boy, girl from 17 down to 4. Wow.
Wow. Aw.
That's quite the spread, man.
That is. Oh, that's so cool.
There are just so many, so many waterfalls. It's funny.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that is true. There are a lot there.
I really think that one more beautiful than the next. Yeah, that's really cool. The black like
Yeah, New
sand
Zealand.
beaches I think are one of the coolest things.
Mm.
Like, and just like the hills and the like fog over
Ooh.
the hills.
Yes, Japan. I've been to China, and I thought China was beautiful. I got to climb the Great Wall, and that was like such an amazing experience. I also really want to go to I want to go to Tokyo. I would love to go to Bali too. Bali's very high on my list.
And Cheesy saying Hawaii just lifted a lot of COVID restrictions, mask mandate, and travel requirements.
I know somebody who just actually went there. Like, a week
He's
or two
subtly
ago.
saying we should all come to Hawaii. All right, let's practice this full dex real quick, or just eat a combo. Got it. Okay.
Danny's being weird.
Night Saloy.
To layover in Iceland for up to 10
Also, if you
days?
fly Iceland,
What?
that's nuts. So we should go to Iceland and the UK.
Basically. Don't knock China. I feel like people always have very negative things to say.
Whoa.
No, I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Okay, but speaking from a perspective of like I've been there though. It's a beautiful
Okinawa.
country and full of beautiful people.
Okinawa is lush, as
Incredible.
JJ says. Stationed there for my first 2 years.
Wow,
Well, I've not been yet, but I would love to.
definitely.
Don't think we'll be going anywhere soon. Waiting for the gas and electric. Yeah, gas prices and just power in general right now is kind of
Be curious.
Off the
Everyone
rails.
put gas prices. What your current gas prices are?
well. Theirs are in
Chat.
theirs are in liters, so it's gonna be weird.
Oh, liter. It means it's just gonna be even more expensive.
Well, I know, but it's gonna like the.
Yeah, the conversion. I
I ain't trying to do math here, homies.
I could look it up. Just curious how much more expensive it is over there.
A 10-day layover is kind of nuts, though.
10-day layover, that's a whole ass trip. What you mean? That's not a layover, that's a trip.
Whole ass trip.
That's a whole ass vacation step.
Gas gas prices hitting harder than Will did, Chris. You're wrong for that, essentially. Have an electric car wouldn't know. Yeah,
You're not wrong.
fair enough.
Listen, electric cars are the future.
Then there's petrol and diesel. Oh yeah, petrol.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
Maybe our next car will be an electric car. We'll see.
We no longer have any restrictions on travel here. Yeah, I mean it kind of differs from state to state here. Indiana's pretty lax.
Indiana's been a kind of a joke.
Because Republicans, am I right?
The city though has been different, but yeah, for the most part, it's been
Prices for the house in general, yeah, 100%. Just in general, everything's been more expensive. Yeah, especially if your
for sure.
power is.
I'm trying to remember what our last power bill was. If it was substantially more.
Oh, almost got it. Hasn't changed much. Yeah.
I feel like it's actually gone down a little bit. At least gas prices here have, to some, not by a lot, maybe by 10 cents, but they kind of
Train
just fluctuate
prices have
between
gone
that.
up. Gas prices are going to be paying more tax and national insurance. Haven't heard of that one.
I mean, yeah.
National
Yeah.
insurance.
National insurance. I mean, they have universal health care. I would assume they have like national insurance. That makes sense to me.
Is that what that means?
No. I think they're two different. I mean, you can just elaborate if we're wrong, but I'm assuming if they have, if they have.
Our electric company is owned by the residents of the city, and we sell their surrounding municipalities. That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Haven't heard of that before.
Well, yeah, JJ and Adrian, I'm curious. What do you mean? How does that work with national insurance?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Next couple of years are gonna be rough. Yeah, hopefully.
I think the world is just struggling, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean we've got a war
Unfortunately.
going on. There's a lot happening right now. That's kind of the world is. Okay, national insurance you all pay. Got it.
What is national insurance?
That's how you get your state
cover?
pension. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
I'm catching on.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of I know like a little bit about some EU economies having grown up in Germany, but I mean a lot has changed since then, and also I was
every country is
I was
different.
a kid at the time, and so I didn't really care about insurance or taxes.
I mean, Germany's different than the UK, though.
It's a single payer. Okay, that makes sense.
Ah.
Did I not finish that combo? Weird.
Hi, baby girl. What are you doing? Being a little crazy. That's my favorite thing about kids and animals. Their entertainment level.
Every industrialized country in the world has it except the U.S. Sounds about like the U.S.
Yeah. It really does.
Yeah, no, I know, Adrian, your economy definitely is slightly different to the rest of Europe. And again, the economy that I know the most about is, and I wouldn't even say I know that much, is obviously Germany.
Yeah, every country's so
But
even
yeah.
so different, even if they are.
There's still some pretty
similar.
big differences in different countries in the EU, obviously.
What are you doing? She's just staring.
Especially because Britain obviously wasn't part
Mm.
of the EU, or at least it wasn't on the euro and stuff like that. It still isn't on the euro, but
No, they got
Queeds, yeah.
not queeds.
That's what you just said.
No.
Queeds. You heard it
No,
here
it's
first.
Quid. Stop.
Five quid for a burger.
No, not quid. Don't mock me.
Can you turn on the light?
Yeah. Which light do you?
Just the overhead.
Oh, you want the?
Been trying to get a doctor's appointment for nearly a year. Oh, that sucks.
Oh no, that's another. I guess.
She said quid. Yeah, she 100%
No.
said
Okay,
quid.
I said quid, but I was joking. I know it's quid.
You weren't joking. You just
Yes,
said it
was.
wrong.
No, I know it's quid. Stop. I know what I'm saying.
Oh man,
That's the I think
funny.
downside to universal versus privatized healthcare, though, is it?
that's a whole nother topic of
I
discussion
know.
that I do not want to get into.
I'm just saying though that's just the reality of it though. That's a
I
pro
mean,
and con of both.
It depends.
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, something like that. You sure you two only had one drink?
This is literally who we are all the time. So, yeah. Also, the drink was
She brings out the worst in me.
this. No, we're just goofs. This is how big it was. It wasn't even a...
Same here with the specialist. My niece is having migraines, and the fastest appointment she can get is 8 months. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, man.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
That really sucks.
Oh, she's only 9.
Yeah,
That's
it
frustrating.
should not. Again, I'm gonna try not to get too political here, but especially for those of us who are most vulnerable, there should be
especially for kids.
access to healthcare. That's all I'll say about that.
Who would disagree with that, though? Honestly,
Yeah, it's not too different unless you have lots of money. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like,
for sure.
if you have a ton of money, you
do
get
whatever you want,
access to whatever you want, pretty much. And
Yeah,
if you don't,
unfortunately.
you're kind of at the will of whatever your current system is.
Adrian said, I've been waiting for my wisdom tooth surgery for 2 years because mine can only be done at the hospital because it's too risky for the dentist surgery. Oh, so are they impacted then? I'm assuming they're impacted. That sounds really painful.
Yeah, that sucks. Has she had her eyes tested lately? Sorry if I'm telling you how to suck eggs. That's an expression I haven't heard.
Suck eggs. I have, but not often.
I kind of get what you're saying based on context clues, but... Also, JJ, isn't it kind of late right now?
Oh, yeah. What time is it there?
It's
7 o'clock here, so it's not very late here at all.
This is usually the point where you're like, I have to go to bed because I work tomorrow.
Why are you... That's a very understandable reason to leave
kidding.
a chat. What?
I'm
A
kidding.
stream.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Good to know you don't just troll me. You troll everyone.
Oh, man. She wears glasses, but just started recently. Yeah. I mean, vision can definitely have an impact on your, like, migraines and stuff like that. It comes and goes, too many growing.
Oh, midnight. That's not too bad.
I should be asleep, but I'm not. Gotta be up in 6 hours. Psh, plenty of time.
6 hours of sleep? Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. Depends how much energy you have to exert the next day, I guess.
Oh, that's max limit. On the bright side, you guys are very entertaining, and I haven't noticed that I've been playing Arena, which I almost never do because I always get so bored. So.
When is it my turn to play?
You can do the wait. Did I win too? Okay, I'll let you play one of the next ones.
Yes. You guys can watch me kick ass.
At least JMC's not here to make his obligatory comment about my war fights must be taken by you because they're so bad.
Sorry, it's probably loud.
No, you're fine, I think. And if you had that problem here with your teeth, you would never get it done because dentists have to be paid up front in cash. An emergency room won't do anything unless it's life-threatening. Yeah, I mean...
Cash.
Again, there's some serious issues with,
Hydration.
yeah, how we treat certain conditions and how we deal with healthcare. Yeah, up front if you have no insurance. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, the people generally that... Again, when I say the most vulnerable, like most of us... who are the most vulnerable don't have like as good of health insurance as the people who are not vulnerable, which kind of makes sense, kind of straightforward. But yeah, I mean, a lot of, especially like when it comes to dentistry, like again, just having access to basic things like consistently brushing your teeth and a good diet like has a lot of impact. Like, I mean, you see it in a lot of like impoverished communities. They have a lot of dental issues and obviously probably don't have dental insurance.
Teeth, man.
Dental insurance, yeah, $2,000 a year. Yeah.
That's it? Ugh. That's like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we've been working through just with our insurance. Trying to take care of basic things.
Just got an email. Shipped.
Hell yeah.
Cha-ching.
Prescription filled. Let's get it.
Also, I guess that's probably controversial. I just technically shot you. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
You saw it here first. Violent abuse.
Listen. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'm
What have you
smart enough.
said?
I listen to way too much true crime, and I'm smart enough to know I would never, because I'd be the first one that they'd go after. It'd be stupid. I value my life too much to throw it away like that. So.
Sorry, are we talking about killing me still?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
100% we are.
Cool. Again, stream off the rails. One thing everyone is advised going to America is make sure you get travel insurance, because boy, oh boy, I didn't know that actually. I mean, which is fair because I live in America.
Yeah. Well, traveling anywhere else too, I almost never get travel insurance. Well, we also are usually not long away for a long enough period of time that it's worth it. But even when I was gone for 3 months, I don't think I did. I don't think I got travel insurance.
Alright, how long have we been live? Just about 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go to 2.5 million, then we'll call it. Oh, I forgot to let you play one here. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's get... Let's give her someone that it's relatively hard to die with. In Europe, we don't need to. Yeah, makes sense. I don't think I've ever gotten travel insurance.
Actually, that's not true. I might have when I went to Italy, but...
Alright, ready? Go.
Wait, hold on.
No, too late. Go.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Damn it!
Family friendly, come on.
I should shoot.
This is hard to watch.
Don't, this is hard to watch me. Just get the... What? I swear my nails don't work on your phone.
I don't think it's the nails.
No, disrespectful.
I think it's the blindly flailing.
Don't blindly flailing me.
Oh, she put a poison on him. That's pretty impressive.
Get out.
You pushed the orange button.
Shh.
Or the red button now.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, I won't. Oh, you pushed the red button. That's a start. Oh, she went for this. Oh, you won.
Yeah, get... Who underestimated me? I need names.
Okay, hold on. Relax. Holy cow,
Get
man.
out of here.
I have great insurance. My
Yelling
wife
at
had
me.
what's called a missed miscarriage. Wow.
Oh.
First of all, sorry about that,
I'm
man.
so sorry.
And thank you for feeling comfortable enough sharing that. Baby
Yeah.
died, but body didn't know. The
Okay.
insurance company said that doing the DNC was elective, so it would cost us $30K. And because of all the
30K?
anti-abortion laws, couldn't go to a clinic where it would cost $300, so I had to fly out of state. Man, yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh. Wow.
wow. That's a really crazy situation.
Missed miscarriage. Interesting.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so
thanks for
sorry.
sharing that. Obviously, that's a super personal story. But yeah, I mean, there's so many situations like that where there's families that are just in really, really terrible situations where like someone just really needs medical care, and like laws and like some person that has never been through that experience has made all these regulations that make it basically impossible for families to get what they need, and it's a really difficult thing.
30,000. That's
So my hatred of American healthcare system is insane. I mean,
that's
yeah, luckily you could afford it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, blessed that you could afford it. And yeah, I mean,
For
I
sure.
understand like when something like hurts you and the people you love, like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it
Totally understand.
it takes being in situations that you don't expect to kind of have to deal with, and then you see things from a totally different perspective, and you're like, wait a minute, this is so flawed. Like, why is it like this? This is wrong.
Yeah, disgusting is a good word for it, JJ.
Very true.
Again, just yeah.
Not to get political.
Just,
only thing
so
with Europe,
don't, no,
though-
just say don't. Let's just not. How about that instead of the only? Don't say here's the thing about Europe
It
as an
wasn't-
American person.
No, no. I have nothing but positive things to say. I mean, again, I've talked about the fact that I would totally consider moving to Europe again. Like, I don't have any issues like that. It wasn't all that.
Just looking through real quick the medals of honor for the season.
Who else do you want me to beat?
Bitter Steel sending me some stuff. Okay. I am pretty impressed you were able to win that fight.
It was nothing.
Did I miss you joining AQ? I joined already. Let me just make sure I'm not holding anybody up. Good shout. No worries, Benabet wasn't trying to bring it. No, I mean, no, I get it, man. I think stories like that are important to share, so. We carefree in Europe. Yeah. You're applying for Irish dual citizenship? That's cool, man.
Wow, that's so cool. What are the requirements for Ireland? I know every country is very different with what it takes to become a citizen. Curious. Or if a lot of European countries are kind of similar in what... I guess, no, I feel like they're very different.
Yeah, I think it kind of...
Yeah, I told you, technically I could get dual citizenship to Italy if I wanted to.
It's good for this.
A long process.
You have to be less than 2 generations removed. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's relatively lenient.
Less than 2 generations. Yeah, that is pretty, yeah.
Let me see if this actually works. My family haven't had such a blessed relationship with the NHS, and my ma'am worked in it for 37 years. That's a long time.
Wow.
Rank 1 Joe Fix-It goes to AQ. Wait, this actually isn't going to work because this is the knock 'em down node, right? Dang, yeah.
Canada. That's also somewhere we want to go. Sorry. Kind of unrelated, talking about traveling. Still North America, but
Yeah, this
very
isn't going to
different.
work at all.
So I need a grandparent who was from there. Or maybe great-grandparent. I'm assuming you have to, like, show documents and stuff like that to be able to prove that. Or I wonder if DNA tests. I guess not.
I doubt a DNA test would work.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Alright, I don't even want to do this. Get me out of here.
Documentation.
So I need a grandparent or great-grandparent. Poutine is the greatest food ever. I made some poutine actually the other day, basically.
Did you? When?
When you weren't home, I took the potatoes and I put cheese on them and some of that
Y'all hear this? Made it when I wasn't home.
gravy.
Yes, just have some family. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or is the test for citizenship easy in America? I don't know. I actually don't know
So
what the test
I've
is
heard
like. I've heard it's
the
really hard.
opposite.
Yeah, I've heard the complete opposite.
But
It's like
I wouldn't say I'm
challenging.
obviously as like a natural born citizen. I haven't had to go through it,
Yeah,
so I'm not super familiar with it.
I've heard that like a lot of people who are natural born, like trying to take the test, would likely fail because the information
Yeah.
that's required to know is like most people don't like most Americans don't actually know it. But yeah, also speaking from a perspective of I've never seen it or know it, but yeah, exactly. But if you asked Americans, they wouldn't know. Yeah, I really don't think they would. I think most
Sounds about
Americans
right.
would probably fail it.
I know a couple of peeps through MCSC from Canada, and wow, some of the nicest people. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the stereotype, right, of like Canada's nice people, but like, I mean,
One of my really good friends is from there though. She like just moved like 3 years ago. She married somebody from the States and she's from Montreal. And yeah, she's incredible.
but,
She's so
yeah.
sweet.
I mean, just in general, I'd say like most people in this community are just pretty awesome.
Canadians are crazy nice, yeah. I've never met a non-nice Canadian.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
It's a great
It's one of
stereotype,
those
but yeah.
stereotypes that kind of holds true and isn't super offensive, I guess. I think I have like a couple rounds of AQ in me, and then we'll call it. In England, you have to get 19 out of 23 answers correct, or otherwise it's failed. There's only 23 questions.
I was gonna say, I was like, that doesn't seem like
I
a
feel
lot
like
of questions.
I could learn 23. Maybe they're hard questions. though.
Easily, yeah. Or they change periodically, and then that would make it harder to probably.
Even when they're angry, they're nice. Yeah, that like polite rage.
Do you think people in here watch Letterkenny? Maybe.
Maybe some of them. I don't know.
Or Trailer Park Boys? That's prime TV.
That's
Listen.
a different part of Canada.
So good.
Here it's 100 questions and it's about the Constitution. Yeah, I mean, most people don't know
that sounds
much
about right.
about the Constitution.
Nope.
Letterkenny is great. Yeah, okay. Shopping.
I just started watching it because...
It changes. You have to know the whole history. Anything can come up. Nice.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense then. I don't know why I thought Letterkenny was dumb, but I watched the first episode of the first season last night, and I was like,
here's this thing you always do. You're always like...
not always. I've done it twice now.
Pretty freaking nuts.
Twice.
I'm always like, I think you would like this show, and she's like, I don't know, it seems dumb, and then I'm like, but you love dumb humor, so I don't get it.
I like to think my humor's sophisticated.
Yeah, you think you're more sophisticated than you are.
Hey!
I'm just teasing. No offense, but the wildest people I've met are from Sweden. My fave dishes from our alliance are from Sweden. Yeah, I mean, I
would say the most people I met were from Amsterdam, 1,000%.
Amsterdam's a little crazy. But,
yeah.
I don't know, I only know, like, one family from Sweden, but I met them through, like, my family, which is a pretty conservative family, so...
Yeah, so were they that crazy?
They weren't that crazy,
no.
But I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, they technically were from Amsterdam, just the Netherlands in general, and they were wild. Like, the Netherlands is... Netherlands, Sweden, yeah, I could say.
Well, so for the English
crazy.
test, for the English citizenship test, you have to know the whole history of England from the Bronze Age to current day.
Oh, Lord.
That's pretty nuts.
Just
and, I mean, England has a very interesting, like, history, especially very early on. I mean, but in general, but yeah, early on.
Very intense history.
Yeah, there's been so much that's happened. Yeah, basically, what house came out of the real victor of the War of Roses? Yeah, I mean, from, like, the Roman invasion to, like, the invasion of the Normans.
That's a lot.
There's all sorts of stuff you'd have to keep track of.
A lot. For sure.
I'd fail. Yeah.
I'd probably fail, too. 100 questions? Well, I guess it depends on how many you have to get right.
Like, I probably know more about the Constitution. Amount. Like, if we're just talking about, the Tudors. Yeah. The Tudors, by the way. I mean, I know a decent about the American Constitution. Like, I'm definitely not an expert, but it's, like,
I know the preamble.
Crazy how little, like, a lot of Americans...
Can it just be knowing the preamble? Then I would get it for sure. 100%. A+.
Doc Strange, welcome. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
What's up? That's how I read
What's
it.
What's up?
No, I read it like that.
No,
what's
up?
up?
Hope you're doing well, my friend. The very first viewer I ever had.
Aww.
Doc Strange, what a guy. Oh, almost at it. A little too early on that.
Hello, Doc.
Is that how you think?
Hello.
Wait, okay.
What?
Do your best impersonation of JJ. Ready, go.
I don't know.
Okay, wait, JJ.
That's not fair.
JJ, type something in the chat, and you have to read it as JJ.
I feel like you'd have to type something that would be like British, not slang, but kind of. Yeah, like American.
We're doing well, Doc. Doing really well. They think they know. They think they know the first and don't. Yeah. Okay, read this. Ready, go. Be JJ.
Where?
Ready, go.
Oh, I have to read that?
Yeah.
No, my British accent's not very good. I feel like certain words...
No, not your British accent. Your JJ accent.
I don't know. What does that even mean? I don't know what accent sounds like. I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to embarrass myself.
I went for a walk and got a bottle of water. Nice. Yeah, say that then. That's easy to say. Ready, go.
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? I don't know.
I hear the accent game.
No, my British accent isn't good.
Nimrod right now, personally for you, Sean? Or are you saying for me? Nimrod, dude. Nimrod is so much fun.
I feel like walk is going to be walk.
Overall, in the history of the game, playing the game, who's my favorite character? I could probably do a top 2 or 3. Warlock is definitely up there as one of my all-time favorite characters in the game. Yeah, you. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, but Nimrod right now is probably my favorite character as well. And like as far as like comics, definitely Null, and also very fun in game. But yeah, probably Warlock, just in terms of like how much JJ said fail.
I didn't say anything.
JJ, can't you create commands? You forgot the wrench. I don't know how anything works though.
Wait, you say it then.
Let me go look at my champions real quick.
How would you say it?
I went for a walk and got a bottle of water.
That's Irish.
Was it? I don't know. I can't do accents. I never said I could.
Yeah. That doesn't sound bad. It just sounded Irish to me. It would be I went for a walk and got
Exactly.
a bottle
That's
of
Irish.
water.
Yeah, sorry.
It would be water. Yeah, see, Irish.
What makes it more crazy is because you have Wales, Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland. The law and rules are slightly different. For example, the amount of jurors, the laws.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. I would say one of my favorite. Obviously, Warlock is probably up there.
Warlock.
Yeah, definitely her favorite character.
I love Warlock. No. Yeah, he probably is my favorite. I like a lot of the characters too, though.
And I would say the other one I really like is Killmonger, for sure.
You're talking about in the game or just in the universe?
Stinking heck, Infamous, you've heard me. Okay, I've heard you, but like I said, I'm really bad at accents. Like, okay, here's the thing.
I want to hear JJ.
I can hear your voice in my head, but I could never recreate it. Like, I know exactly what you sound like. I could just never do the accent. I have a feeling Scotland is going to leave in the not-so-distant future. Yeah, it's complicated. What's a 6-star champ you want? Warlock and Nimgod? Yeah, solid choices. What's a 6-star champion you want to have duped bad? Who don't I have duped? Honestly, I've gotten really lucky with duping characters. Tigra is definitely up there.
Ghost?
She's already duped. Dupe means they have the silver stars instead of the gold one.
Psh, I knew that.
I'm sure you did.
No, I definitely did not.
I want to get Terrax duped for Battlegrounds pretty badly. I would also love a dupe on... I mean, those are the big ones, I think. Yeah, Terrax. And Tigra would probably be my priorities. And Shang-Chi would be nice. I don't really need it, though.
Love Shang-Chi.
Psycho Man, maybe a close third.
Who's Gambit again?
Medusa's better duped. Do I even have a Medusa?
You did.
I don't have a Medusa. Nice.
I was like, I was definitely.
That would be a great dupe. Good shout. Medusa's under it, yeah. Do you have to rank anybody up for defense? I mean, maybe, yes. My defense was already 3 rank 4s last war, so I don't think so necessarily, but I would love to rank someone up so that I can get one of my rank 4s off of defense. She's still great. Fine, Unawakened for offense. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the Furies definitely make her... You don't deserve Dusa if you forgot about her. Yeah. You're not wrong. I do sometimes forget about her just because
yeah, why do you
there's
forget about her?
other cosmic champions that are a priority.
Just kidding.
Also because the TV show was terrible.
Oh, it was so bad. I was literally just thinking about that. It's like 4 or 5 episodes in the first season. They're like, yep, nope, this was a mistake.
All right, let's go. Collect some rewards, I guess. I didn't even realize Arena was on. The armor shatter power lock is what makes her great. Yeah, I mean
Girl.
Hello, cat. That was dramatic. We assigned Medusa for basically any robot boss. One of the guys in our battle group took robot bosses. Yeah, they messed that show up. Yeah, 100%.
Unfortunately, could have been good. Could have been.
I did like the giant dog. What's his name? The
dog.
Lockjaw.
The best.
Yeah, I liked him.
Best boy. He's a good boy.
Teleporting dog.
She do this all the time.
Yeah, she literally just comes and lays down in front of me and wants me to pet her.
Randy.
Alright, I did want to go test real quick how Nimrod feels with suicides in this one quest.
She loves you so much.
And that's probably going to be it for the stream. It should have been good, yeah. Definitely should have been.
I wonder if they'll try again. Maybe in a couple years.
How good is Nimrod? Well, let's go do some more. I've just been having so much fun with this dude, so let's just go test it out and show you how good he is. He is definitely decent. Can confirm. I don't need that. Doesn't really need synergies, but why not? I need to get an Omega Sentinel. Okay. He's blooming awesome. Yeah, he is blooming awesome. That's the best way to put it, JJ.
I want a snack.
You and me both, homie.
You want a snack too? What sounds good to you?
I always want a snack.
True, me too.
Why? Are your claws not working? What is going on?
She's also. You turn around because you want me to pet you now.
Alright, so let's just go run this path real quick. For fun. I haven't played Nimrod with suicides on yet because of war, so let's see how good he is. Let me just go through this with Cable first. Ow. And by go through it with Cable, I mean get absolutely owned.
Oh, I need to process my stuff.
Sounds boring. Mine is R2 and unduped. Tragic, JJ. I mean, he definitely doesn't need the dupe, but I mean, you'll see some crazy stuff out of him at Sig 200.
Less boring, more time consuming.
Alright. He should die from these degens very quickly. Alright. Draconic, welcome. Good to see you. Always great to have you. Yo, yo, yo. Alright, let's see how Nimrod does with suicides.
How much longer are you gonna be?
Probably just this quest, like 20 minutes, something like that.
Trying to decide if I should process now, then we hang out, or I keep
It's up to you.
here, and then we hang out after.
One of your vids hit 1K. Dude, congrats, that's awesome.
Nice.
Alright, so we just need to knock him down here a couple times, get our shock on. This. Okay, now we're not power locked.
Oh, buddy.
Wait, did I accidentally? I intercepted him. Come on, man. Hold on. Here, I'm just demonstrating that he's very tanky right now. Alright, hold up. Let's try that again. 20k heavy, by the way. Oh, I need to stop intercepting. Sorry, guys. So that I can actually use the special. But this is just a tankiness demonstration.
Alright, let me go process some stuff.
Okay.
Adios.
Say goodbye, stream.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Hasta luego.
I'm sure I will hang with you guys again soon.
Probably not.
Because that's
You're
really
banned.
why you're here. You're here to see and talk to me.
You're banned. You're banned
Oh, I'm
permanently.
banned?
Yeah, I need power again. No, I know, I'm trolling.
Dang.
I tested him out more before actually using him. Well.
Are you staying here, Fran?
Yeah, she's staying with Dad. Alright, so that wasn't ideal. Let's try that again on this node. Not a mutant test. What is that damage? It's hefty, that's for sure. So this is not a mutant. Let's see how he does. Some people say Nimrod is only good against mutants. I will warn you in advance that I'm very bad at playing against Quake. See, like I didn't dex that. I definitely should have. Please don't stun me. Nice. Okay. Let's get a parry here. Switch to blitz mode. Go for this. He's good against most champs. Yeah. Later's Miss Infamous. I will tell you something. Short kidding warned so many times with Nimrod. Yeah, 100%. Nimrod is so good against mutants. It's crazy. I don't only use him for mutants. Yeah, 100%. Hey, we actually got a dex for once. Feels good, man. Throw this off in Titan mode. Let's just look at how long this energize and energy vulnerability lasts. I mean, it lasts for a freaking long time. Just watch how long these are up. It's actually bonkers. And even against non-mutants, I mean, that's pretty decent damage. We're going to get up to another special here very quickly. Okay. Again, not very good at playing against Quake, but it's okay. Let's get another mutant match on. And actually have a show his actual rotation because I did a pretty bad job of it there. And we get to show off him not taking any ability accuracy modification, which is also very cool. For mutants at least. So magnetism will apply, but it just won't matter. Let's go for that. And now we're going to go for this. Soul to boot ratio. Now watch this special too. This one should be pretty beefy. Yeah, 11k. That's nuts. That's some damage. His soul to boot ratio. Yeah, he does have very large boots. Yeah, that's some damage, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go take this boss too if we can. Yeah, these degens though. Ow. Those degens are hitting kind of hard, huh? Alright, that should be enough to finish him off. Unless I do that. Almost done with my ultimate show. Dude, I'm really excited for that video. That should be really good. You'll definitely have to share it with me when you get it done. Do you have me online? I don't know if you do. I'll have to see if I do. This is gonna be a weird matchup. Boink. Nice. You have Jason online? Yeah. What do you guys think of Anti-Venom? I don't have any hard opinions on him, to be honest. I just don't know enough about him. I've heard that he's pretty good, though. Let's mess around with Sentinel here, then we'll get to the boss. But yeah, if anyone else has any hard opinions on Anti-Venom, please feel free to weigh in. Let's get some knockdowns going. For the big shocks. More shocks. Oh, no, no, no. Crit resistance, by the way. Go for this. And then we will get to the Saber boss. That's a lot of critical fail damage, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's go for this. Bada bing, bada bim. Okay. Let's test Nimgod out here against the Saber boss. I've kind of lost some health already, but it's all good. Let's bring in Warlock just to finish him off in case. Yeah, so the basic rotation I like to use with Nimrod is SP1 first to get the super long energize at Sig 200. I want to switch here because he regens so much. Switch as early as possible to the Blitz protocol. Now I've got my energize up. Now he's gonna throw this big special. And now we're gonna start really stacking the power here. I do want to bait this SP1 out of him. We're gonna get to big SP2, taking for 8k, 8k, 7k. It's a pretty massive damage, and we're gonna get back to another SP2. Like, we still have the energize and the energy vulnerability up here for a second. I'm gonna get a new one applied. Okay, and then I'm gonna eat a combo and not die because then I'm gonna die. He's amazing. Old Man Logan's. Yeah, I just did an Old Man Logan's solo as well. That was pretty rough, so I'll just finish him off here. It's pretty low health there. Dashed in at the wrong time, but the proof of concept is there. At Sig 200, you just have so much uptime on your energize and your energy vulnerability that you're just, smacking. You're truly hitting so hard. I have him clues how to play him. Yeah, I'd be the first to say I don't know that much about Anti-Venom, so I can't help you out much. I think the person that I would recommend is probably Simula. If you look up Simula on YouTube, he has a rank 3 Sig 200 Anti-Venom, I believe, and he uses them quite a bit. But yeah. So yeah, Nimrod, ton of fun. People say he doesn't need a Sig ability, but having that super long uptime on having that super long uptime on your Simula has an amazing good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Having that super long uptime on your Can't even think. What am I looking for? Having that super long uptime on your Energize. There we go. Energize and energy vulnerability really transforms Nimrod, in my opinion. It makes him really crazy. I think it's very underrated in terms of like the actual value you get from a sig ability. So highly recommend him. Yeah, let's just go mess around on this path a little bit more. I don't know if this will be so good, but I slightly tortured Jason. I hear from you a lot. I feel like you've said you've tortured a lot of people, but hey, do what you gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay. I'm sure this will be in Jason's ultimate showcase, this path. If it's not, Jason, pro tip. James Index trying to get you to quit at the end of 7.4 Invest. Yeah. Hey, for the right amount, I'll quit any piece of content. But also, I'm done with all content, so I guess those are hollow words. But this is also an interesting path to like test Nimrod on. If you want to really just get some nuts damage out of him. Just build up some of these Furies. Have a ton of armors, go for this. Get the energy vulnerability, and I mean, this thing is going to be up pretty much for the rest of the fight. And with the Furies combined with these, I mean, just craziness. I mean, look at that. Look at that damage, man. That is nuts. Sig 200, Jason. I took him to rank 4 for my after 7.4. But yeah, that on this path, you get some damage. You get some damage out of these guys. Actually, let me just see who's on this path if I want to keep going a little bit. Let's test him against a non-mutant on this path. You get the Furies still. Same, yeah. I mean, it's just, it lasts so long. It's crazy. You really can get so many more specials off. That's a large heavy. Unblockable. No auto block for you, sir. Go for this. We got our Energize up. We can get up to a special pretty quick. 44k heavy, 44k heavy. Get that. Throw this off. I mean, look at that damage, man. He's not even a mutant. That's a decent champion right there. I know these nodes are super advantageous, obviously, for him, but, yeah. That's crazy. Alright. I don't really want to burn an energy refill, but a couple of interesting fights there. Been a rough day recruiting. Oh, I'm sure. JJ, it's a weird time. Let me just go to this scene. I do think we are going to call it there. Yeah, fun stream. Really enjoyed hanging out with all of you guys. We chatted about so much. Stream was a little off the rails, but it was a good time. But yeah, good luck on your season rewards, guys. I'm sure I'll post mine at some point. Maybe we'll open them live. Who knows? And yeah, if you're moving alliances, if you're staying with the same alliances, if you're recruiting, JJ, good luck to you guys in this off-season transition. Hope everybody, has a great rest of their, what is today, Tuesday? Yeah. Have a great rest of your Tuesdays. Not sure exactly when I'll be live this week, but I'm sure I'll be live again at some point, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Also, Shiver, go follow. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that a lot. Peace, J. Will, JJ, Doc, Sean, anybody that's still in here. Appreciate each and every one of you. As always, take care, stay safe, and try to be good people. This world needs more good people right now. But appreciate each and every one of you. This is your disclaimer, JJ, that the music's about to get loud. And I will catch you guys in the next stream. Peace, guys.